Oh, hey everybody!
Hello!
We
are What the Flip!
And we are streaming Cosmic Carnival today.
As you can see, yes.
From Suncoast. They've been gracious enough to let us invade.
Cosmic Carnival, there it is.
Which is a beautiful game. It's beautiful. I haven't played it much, so that's all I can say right now. It's beautiful. Yes. But we're going to play some together.
Right.
We got some folks here.
From Suncoast
we're
in the
let
background
them introduce,
here.
And we're going to have all sorts of people playing, all sorts of fun stuff, so kick it off.
We are in Florida.
Very cool. All right. Let's get going here.
Did you want to introduce yourself?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Just go.
No. All right. So, don't hold me to any standards. I am the owner of Suncoast Pinball, John Weaver. I did design the pinball. Everything besides, the artwork, the code, and the music. So the physical form is mine. So if you love it, that's wonderful. If you don't,
too bad.
Yeah, you're gonna like it. It's awesome.
Too bad. Play it anyway.
Right.
So, any of you guys who aren't familiar with the Cosmic Carnival here, we have a star-studded crew that helped put this together, besides myself, of course. Award-winning artist Dirty Donnie did the artwork, music, sound effects, animations were done by a group of award-winning guys. Chad Sikora, Theo Green, Zarina Russell, Brent Hendrickson. These are Oscar-nominated, award-winning people. So they worked on some of the top movies in Hollywood. Superman, Spider-Man, Pirates of the Caribbean, Interstellar, Blade Runner 2049. Hopefully you like what we put together, and we'll give you a little preview here.
Kick her off.
Ready?
Yeah. All right, so what was the inspiration for Cosmic Carnival? I heard it because I was at your little get-together there at Southern Star.
Yeah, we hope you can play and talk at the same time.
Right.
We didn't tell you that was a
Yeah, right?
Oh, you know what? I put in for one player. We're definitely changing that to 4 players.
You want me to
right
put
now.
another one in?
I think it's 4.
Can I?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was able to switch it there.
We're good.
I don't know if I can talk and play pinball at the same time, but I can,
Yeah?
Oh, that was all right.
But you can certainly. Oh,
you
thanks,
know
Chuck
what?
Word.
I got an extra ball. I forgot
There you
about
go.
So how'd you get an extra ball?
that. I hit the center scoop there, the Mystic
Oh, you did the
Martians
Mystic.
for the random award. So,
Sweet.
including the top and in-lane, out-lane rollover switches, we have a total of 10 targets to hit at. When I say 10, I mean 10 groups of things to hit at.
Gotcha.
There's over, I think in our switch count we have over 30. Oh, you know what? I'm going to say that and I don't even know. There's a lot. So
A lot of stuff to shoot at.
a lot of stuff to shoot at.
Fantastic.
So when you do the free rank rollover switches kind of up top there, when you get all 3 of them switched, you increase your bonus multiplier.
Gotcha.
Mystic Martians there will give you an extra.
Another extra ball.
Wow.
It just knows.
It
never wants you to
knows that
stop
it's
playing.
me. So it's going to range from, obviously, an extra ball is one of the best things that you can get. You've got different point values. It'll do outline saves. One of them is Jack, where you get nothing.
Yeah, I've gotten that one a few times.
Oh, look at there. Outside.
So, and this is the prototype machine, right?
This is the prototype machine. So the
Yeah.
fit and the finish aren't quite as good as you're going to see on some of the production models. We also have this kind of set up for what we call fun or easy mode. So right there, I just lit all the bottom outline and inline target. So I just activated security force. So right now, we're going to have 4. Get over here. 4 targets are going to go flashing green, and they are going to move about every 10 seconds. So
Got it.
you got to try to aim for them, but
And
you
you
got
got
you got to be quick,
yeah.
because if you're not quick, they're going to cycle out on you. They're going to be shooting somewhere else. So I was actually able to start 2 different modes, and we'll go over that another time.
Excellent.
So
Who's
who's
next?
that? Go.
Yeah, why don't you?
All right, I'll play. Okay. Haven't played pinball in a day, so this might be rusty game. So is there a skill shot? Should I be
There's not an initial skill shot,
Okay.
so you do get access back into the shooter lane. It's kind of what we call a skill shot, but it's not what your traditional skill shot is. So if you can hit the bottom 2 drop targets on the right-hand side there, it actually opens up a gate that can get you back to the shooter lane.
so over here?
Yep.
Okay.
So
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
it's one of those things that's kind of hidden. So
Gotcha. Insider information.
Now, do you have to hit? You
I
have
want
to
that
hit
extra
the
ball.
bottom one first and the middle one second, or can you get them in any order?
you can do it in any order, but if you get all 3, it's going to automatically pop right back
Oh,
up.
thank you. Give me an
So,
Okay, okay.
so there is, you know, you got to watch out for that.
Fair enough. Ah,
I love it. It didn't give me the extra ball when
I
was
know.
rolling.
Do something else.
All right.
all right.
Next, next.
See if I can do what I can here. Yeah, we played this a little bit at Southern Fried. Lindsay was cleaning up in the tournament, so she didn't get to play it as much as I did.
Very nice.
Oh
Yeah, I
man.
had a pretty good weekend, y'all, with the tournament. So.
How'd you do?
With the tournament.
Oh, wow. Very
She
No,
played
I
in like
played
all
4
of them.
tournaments. I'm trying. Pinburg is coming up, so
Okay.
trying for Pinburg. So
Need to
So
get warmed
you
up.
Get the skills going.
would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes,
first?
of course. I'm not like John, I will introduce myself. Hello guys, my name is Ortion. I'm the electrical engineer at Suncoast Pinball.
Excellent.
Yes, so let's have some fun.
All right.
That's right. So when your optos don't work, which will never happen unless you
Never.
mess with them, but
Yeah,
you
'cause
call
Optos-
Oteon up.
Optos
Ah,
are
look at
fantastic. They're my favorite. We own a Stern Maverick, or Sega Data East Maverick, and it's the Warren Bell and Opto Lock.
Sure, yeah.
It's a fun one. I mean, mostly just you just need to resolder on that guy, but hey, when they work great. They've gotten way
We
better.
love pinball. Thanks for waiting. And
We got a rating party
we're doing
for.
Cosmic Carnival today, y'all. So
Thank you for tuning in. We are in Florida.
it's
Came
currently
all the way
sunny,
down
right?
here.
Yeah, it's sunny. So yeah.
It's almost always sunny.
It's getting close to 5 o'clock, so it's going to rain soon. I'm just sure of it.
Yeah.
That's my running joke. Every time I'm in Florida at 5 o'clock, it's going to rain. Because that's how it usually goes.
Well, we thought that the big storm that was in Texas,
Right.
when we came back from Atlanta, we thought it was going to catch us, but we
Yeah.
got lucky. And
Yeah.
Side skirted it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were worried about that. We were like, oh, probably should have thought about that.
Yeah.
Well, in the highway when it's wet, it's
Suncoast fancy pants. Yeah, we got very lucky. We were at, if you don't know our story, we went to
Southern Fried.
Southern Friday
Yeah.
this past weekend. We were going to try to stream this there, but conditions were not great. It was a big dingy room,
right.
very
loud,
dark.
Very loud. Too.
Yeah.
Great internet.
And yeah, great internet. And we wanted to be able to show off this game for you all. So
So we made the trip.
so it came down. You know, that's
We
what people
appreciate
do,
it.
right?
Very nice.
Bay Area of Tampa, I guess is what it's called. Is that what we call it?
Yeah, Tampa Bay.
Oh, hey, K Gunther.
Aww.
Leave us
See, I
alone.
got distracted.
Sorry.
That's okay.
That's what happens.
Clearly, that was it. It wasn't my pinball skill.
No, it's anytime something happens on stream, it's because you had to talk about something or the computer glitched out and you had to look over. I thought I saw something on the phone. Yeah, just any excuse while streaming is a good excuse.
It seems like Cincinnati, y'all are going to be getting some rain pretty soon. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm done with going for that middle.
It's probably going to get wet up there, right? You got that big old whatever storm coming up there that
This game doesn't like me, y'all.
what was it called? Barry? was it Tropical Storm Barry? Was he heading up that way?
I think so.
Good old Barry. Alright.
All right, so is there a wizard mode on this game?
There is a wizard. Well, I think that's actually one of the only things we don't have coded in right now is wizard mode.
There will be.
There will be a wizard mode. However, I haven't gotten to it yet. Of course, I'm not necessarily a pinball wizard, but it is a very difficult.
All save?
Yeah, you gave it to me, but
All save.
it's
Adjustable. I think we have ours set up like 15 or 20 seconds on this one.
Oh, no! In the middle again.
Straight down the middle.
That's how you
Sometimes
play.
it happens like that.
So what we always call this is our warm-up game, everybody. So
Yeah.
we're feeling out the shots, and so I guess this mode carries over from ball to ball. Very interesting.
Yeah, that's the good thing. What you try to do is by shifting with the right flipper, you're able to shift the lights. So,
Right.
Oh, extra ball. I got it. Does know
position
who's
and
playing.
light 'em up.
Excellent.
That will give you more and more points. So that the more times you get it up there, the better it is for your score. But
Okay.
it's not easy to get it up there. But
Yeah. Fair enough. Get another extra. Look at that.
yeah,
It's like it
We
knows.
didn't
So we're gonna have to work on that
he
because
put
you
in
should
a
not
secret-
be able to get that many
He
extra
put in a
balls.
secret flipper code at the beginning, didn't he? To just every time he gets a mystery, you give an extra ball. Is that what he did?
Oh, that's okay. I'm gonna get that
Can you
back.
see chat on your phone? Because there's some I can't read it from
Oh
here.
yeah. What do we got? Let's see. What's is this a good game? I've yet to see one in person. I think it's a very fun game.
It's the best game ever
There you
made.
go.
You're talking to the man who made it, so you better be nice. Yeah, no, we've been loving it. It's one of those games where you walk up and you start playing and you figure it out. It's kind of a throwback game, right? One of those.
It's gonna remind you more. You know what? I like the
Cycling
80s, 90s
Yeah.
style games. It's a very fast spin. It's not a slow floater. So if you like a nice, easy, slow floating game,
It's not that.
you're not gonna like this one so much. But if you like,
I locked the ball, everybody.
There it is.
Right.
oh, here we go.
Oh, all right.
Is it 12? Oh, yeah. So what am I trying to do, everybody?
Just give the ball to
Don't drain. No.
It looks like the ramps are lit.
Yeah. Yeah, so it seems like it's one of those just one more game pins, right? I'm gonna play one more game. I'm gonna play one more game. Instead of that epic saga of, oh, I almost made it to the 10,000th mode and I drained, so I gotta play it again. This seems like more of that. You're not gonna play it for an hour. You're gonna play it, it's gonna beat you up for a little bit. You're gonna click that button again. Kind of reward you.
It's gonna be chill. It's not a long wait. There aren't a lot of stops. You got center scoop, which will stop it for a little bit for Mr. Martians, or for the ball lock. Or,
Right, right.
But that's actually the only stop in the entire game.
Got
it.
So everything else is moving. It's moving fast. You can change the level of the machine a little bit if you want to slow it down in here.
Sure.
But the way we have it leveled out is it's right in the middle.
Yeah.
Which is where it is right now. It's a very fast game.
Feels pretty good. I mean, we're hitting that. I heard somebody complain about that left ramp, and I never felt that way. Like, I can't hit the left ramp. I'm like, well, it ain't better because I really don't think it's that hard. I mean,
It's a difficult shot.
Yeah,
but
it's
not
a-
impossible.
it's a little tight. Yeah, you'll rattle it, but
It was designed to be that way. So.
right.
Well, if shots are easy, then, you know.
If every shot on every pinball machine's easy, well, then I
Well,
think
pinball's easy. So
Yeah.
this is a
right.
this is actually a problem in the code. So we have one of our junior software engineer here. It allows you to get 2 multi-balls.
Nice.
Which it should not do that.
Sure.
It made it easier for you. We have it set up on fun mode, which makes things a little easier.
Okay.
You're going to activate the modes a little easier.
Gotcha.
If you haven't gotten to a multi-ball, it's going to give you at least the opportunity on ball 3.
Got it.
To get it. So that's why it kind of lit up to be able to get that ball lock.
Fair enough.
However, it gave her 2 opportunities, and you should not have 2 opportunities.
Well, can you relight it, though? Did I do something to relight it?
That's possible, right?
If you can relight it, if you you know what, I didn't look to see if you completed the load.
Oh, so you
I was working on a looping
She's got a
mode,
couple
so-
solid lights, so,
So
maybe.
I believe Comet Chaser does give you an option. So there are 2.
Yeah.
Right now we have 2 regular multi-ball set up there. Comet Chaser, I think it's ringleader. Both, if you complete it, will give you the opportunity for a multi-ball.
Gotcha.
Again, on ball 3, if you didn't get it, organically, it's
Right.
going to make it easier for you to get it.
Okay.
This is a really heavily based like combo, so left ramp is going to return to your left flipper. So you shoot it from your right flipper, it's going to go to your left flipper.
Got
Same thing with the right ramp.
Yeah.
You shoot that with your left flipper, it's going to go to your right flipper.
Okay.
The inner orbit actually goes both ways, left to right, right to left. And it's going to return to the opposite flipper.
Gotcha.
Those are shots that I love, so those are shots that we put in here.
Yeah, right.
So we had a question in chat. We are actually down in, this is technically Largo, Florida? Is that
Largo,
technically? Florida. Yeah. We are at Suncoast Arcade. They've got a great little, you can see some of it in the background, great little area here. They got a few games set up here, and their shop is right over that way. Now you can see my hand. And we got a little tour, and it was wonderful. So we're at the
Florida.
source. Yeah.
We went to the beach this morning and everything.
We did go to the beach this morning.
You really did.
You're a few miles from the #1 beach in the entire country.
Yeah,
so, you know, I'm
We didn't
surprised we get anyone to come to work here.
We didn't go up to Clearwater. We just went out because we knew we didn't have a ton of time.
Wow,
So.
you know what? So, I think we have 3 or 4 beaches around here that have all been rated #1 beach in the country multiple times.
Yeah.
But you know
I
what?
can see why.
There's just a long chain of island beaches that go almost the entire length of Pinellas County. So
Right.
there's really no such thing as a bad beach.
Yeah, no, we went and we were able to park on the street for free. Walked right on. It was great. Yeah, we're in Florida, checking out Cosmic Carnival here.
You did pretty well.
Al Anonymous, what are you guys doing in my neck of the woods? We're here to stream Cosmic Carnival.
Yeah.
Show it off to you guys.
I didn't realize you were down in Florida, Al Anonymous.
The question for you guys, how many do you currently produce in one day? If you want to answer that. You don't have to. You don't have to.
So that's a good question. So, you know, we waited to fully staff until we got some orders.
Right.
Smart. That seems smart to me.
Right, because we don't want to, you know.
Overextend? Yeah.
Exactly. But it put us actually in a bit of another issue is we started selling and they started selling.
Yeah.
It's been very popular. We have a lot of dealers all throughout the country.
Yeah.
We are currently staffing up. In fact, every single week right now we're hiring at least 1, if not 2 people.
There you go.
It takes time to train. It's very labor intensive.
Right. And you want to do it right.
I'm
Yeah.
sure you can imagine. So that's why we can't just hire 10 people at once because we're never going to train properly.
Right.
So we can only hire about 1 person a week, which we have been doing now for the last several weeks, and
There you
we're
go.
continuing to do. In fact, today we just got someone in here for paperwork for next week.
There it is.
Someone started yesterday. Someone started the Monday before that.
So yeah.
Are you still hiring, or is it,
We are still hiring.
So you know, if you want to help
Absolutely.
make these beautiful games.
So there you go. Al, if you're down this neck of the woods, and
Yeah.
so we may be getting some drop frames. Sorry, we're on internet. It happens. We're gonna keep going. So if it gets real bad, we'll try and look at it later. But
Yeah, and keep us posted if it gets real.
gets
We'll do
real
what we
bad,
can.
But we're just gonna keep going as long as we can.
So now we need to bring Aaron over here. Come on, Aaron. You
Fire
take number 1.
Another 4-person game.
That's right.
So
So
Yeah.
introduce yourself, let
Yeah.
everyone know who you are, and give it a whirl.
Yeah,
So
step
get-
on up.
step on up.
I'm the assistant software developer. I'm helping out Jimmy Lippin in
Okay.
his code that he makes it his game when he's excellent. He did most of it. I know everything that I know about this game I learned from him. So
Awesome.
So Aaron's my best friend because he knows the rule set. So.
Yeah. Shoot lower lane. Or spot lower lane. Sorry. I can't read. That's my problem with pinball is I don't actually read. I just assume it says something.
Right.
And it gets me into a lot of trouble. So
Well, especially when you're playing, it's hard to read it.
yeah.
All right, we're gonna bring up Rebecca next.
All right.
All right, Rebecca.
Come on up.
Hi, I'm Rebecca. I'm the shop supervisor here.
So everybody be on their best behavior. That's
Yeah.
So our entire production staff has to listen to her. And if she doesn't, she beats them up pretty good.
Nice. Right back out there
Like
with
that.
behind the woodshed, right? Speed them on up.
And I'm not very good at it.
Don't worry about it. No one's watching.
No, it's fine.
She spends all her time helping to build them,
Yeah,
and not a lot of time playing. So
I
like,
like building.
she's learning.
Hey, you know what? Everyone's got to start somewhere. That's what we're trying to do, right? Build more pinball machines. She got back in the shooter lane, though. That was sweet.
It was an accident.
Hey,
No, it's totally on
no, own
purpose.
it. Own it. Say, oh yeah, never not had it.
It's a fast game. But,
Yeah.
You know.
That's awesome.
All right, go ahead, guys.
All right.
Well, I've got a lot of time on
won,
this,
so
so
yeah, you're up.
you got to train.
Yeah, she's in training mode right now. She's training for Pinburg.
Yeah, I am. everybody. It's coming up. It's coming up fast.
So you said, I know you said it's in fun mode now, which is kind of like the lowest, simpler maybe. Is that hesitate to call you
Casual.
Casual. But there, you also said you're programming in, I think, at the panel I went to, a more professional mode or something
So
like
we
that.
we call it pro mode or harder mode.
Okay.
So that's actually the code we originally started with.
Gotcha.
And since the last spin, we got some feedback that, man, this is kicking our rear end.
Yeah.
So we went with Jimmy, and he was able to dial it back a little bit.
Yeah.
So you know the code is still it's still a work in progress. So
Gotcha.
the code is not 100%
Fair enough.
finished. So we like a lot of feedback. So when people are telling us that, man, it's just kicking our rear end,
Right.
that's good for us to know. So we were able to make some change. So
Well, all I'm hearing is that means it's going to be good for places like Pinburg because you dial it up to 11 and you're able to then, get some of those games going and a little shorter so you're not playing for 12 hours on a pinball machine. Because I feel like that's the problem with some of the pins now in tournaments. It's you have hour-long rounds, which is just, I'm sorry, it's just a bit too much for me for pinball.
that would be, you would have to be one heck of a player to play an hour on this.
Gotcha.
So there's a challenge.
Fair enough.
Find a Cosmic Carnival out there. We're going to be shipping all over the country. And,
See, you got like 3 extra balls. I got jack. I'm telling you.
It knows a ton.
so I got a little key fob in my pocket here.
That's what I'm saying. A little
Sends
flipper
little waves
code.
to it.
Yeah, that's, I know. I understand.
And Skip Natty, yeah, we might be doing some of that training later. We don't know.
Who's player one?
What's your
Yeah.
asking?
Is it me?
He
Train
said
for
I'll
pin-
say
yeah.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Though I will say I'm very much someone who I have to stay sharp when I play.
Right? Yeah. No. Yeah, we've been traveling, so we're a little road weary, but we're having a good time. We're having
we were
a
there
great
with
trip.
you.
Yeah. Right. You guys just got back on. You came back that day, right?
We came back. We got back at like 12:30 a.m.
Right.
We actually drove it. We were thinking about drop shipping and flying, but it was just kind of on the border. Much further, we would have drop shipped and flew.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was doable in one day, so we went ahead and loaded up.
Sure.
We were only able to take one of our prototypes because we had 3 dealer machines with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Drop off. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I saw 2 of them on the floor, I guess. So then that was cool.
So Jason over at Classic Game Rooms in Atlanta, he only wanted to put one out, and he wanted to keep the other one in the main box.
Yeah, absolutely. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
That way, when you get your customers to say, "I want a brand new one," he's got one ready to go.
Right. Well, so then, so that was obviously, you took this to TPF and premiered it, I guess, kind of thing, right? Or
Yeah.
close to it.
So in Texas, it had the new art package.
Yeah.
We're with New Dirty Down the Art. It was a little different, though. I mean, the ramps, we got a lot of feedback at Texas.
Okay.
About the ramps, we were able to make that change. We pushed both ramps back, got them out of the middle of the playfield.
Gotcha.
We kept one an acrylic or a P-tag
You're right.
ramp, and the other one we made a hybrid wire form
Yeah.
P-tag, and put it behind the back of the playfield there. That was
Sure.
actually that was not. I mean, I'm the one that had to figure it out and design it, but that was not. It didn't come from my brain. It was actually Rebecca and Jason, one of our production staff,
Cool.
who said, "Hey, we're redesigning them. Why don't you see if we put it behind the playfield?"
Yeah.
Very
You did a
nice.
little bit of
I'm
a.
like, "Oh yeah, that sounds great."
Yeah. Yeah.
It was neat. It was fun, and it fortunately wasn't too hard to
Nice
figure
ball.
out.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to say
Got
it.
a ball save. Sweet. Yeah, that's cool. So it seems like a real, you're taking feedback. You're changing things that are, that like again, I'm cheating because I went to his panel, so I heard some of this, but taking feedback that you feel is warranted, and really weeding out some of the stuff that
So
is
yeah,
just personal choice versus actual.
the black flippers, they're Anonymous was saying they're kind of hard to see on the stream.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can give any more light to those or not, but
Maybe, but no,
No, we can turn the lights on here. I'm just worried. You want to try it?
we could try it.
Well,
See if we get the glare.
Yeah, we'll see what it looks like. Yeah, bam.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
look at
should-
that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
yes, the slings are pretty punchy on this. Stay out of the slings.
maybe we can
Always
try
good
it.
advice.
Right.
Don't get too much glare in there. Is that a little better? Hopefully that helps. If it doesn't, well, now I'm pointing it directly into their faces.
So we love the machine just the way it is. But number one did get bought by the mod couple.
Yeah.
So they are going to be working on some mods. So we
Sweet.
have Cosmic Carnival.
Yeah.
We'll have your add-ons that you'll be able to buy. I'm curious to see what they can kind of dream up
Right.
to do. So.
Well, I heard a rumor that these are already hand painted models on here.
So they are. So in fact, in this particular machine, those toys were hand painted by Dirty Donnie.
Okay.
So he wanted a lot of input, and we wanted him to have a lot of input on those. So we said, all right, I'll tell you what, you paint the first set, and we'll try to match it. And, we actually have talented in-house artists that hand paints them
That's awesome.
to match. So you'll see some little variations. They're all going to look pretty darn close, but you'll see some little variations. But
Right.
that's kind of the neat part of
Pinball.
hand-painted
Yeah.
toys, and not just.
Well, it's just like pinball. Every single game is going to play a little different, right? I mean, you're going to go to a location and play a game, and it's going to be slightly, maybe faster, maybe set up slightly different.
Sure.
And that's cool. So hand painted, just to add that little bit more of a different flair to each game. That's awesome. Would I get a warning there? Is that what that said?
I wasn't looking.
I think we have taken the tilt out of here.
Fantastic.
So moving across the floor. No, just kidding. No, Al Anonymous, you can see the flippers in person. So it's...
Yeah, they're in this lit room. I know, like you said, the camera is a little tougher, but yeah, they're...
Yeah, and I think it's kind of a cool thing because, it's Cosmic Carnival, and it's like the drain is the black hole you want to stay away from.
I like it. Like I said, it's a fast shooting game. The artwork is obviously gorgeous.
And that middle shot looks like you saw me. That's how I died last ball. Because I was aiming for it. Because I'm taking your strategy. I want all the extra balls.
Yeah.
But that is rough. If you miss that, you're in trouble.
Yeah, let's shoot straight through, and we did try to adjust that because we didn't lose anything. That's really the we gave it a 2-degree angle, but sometimes because the ball is being not settling yet and being able to move in there, when the ball kicks it, there is times where it can kick it very much to the right or very much to the left.
Yeah.
So it's very random.
When it shoots, it should shoot it out to the left flipper. I think you hit the post and it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, totally. That's what.
Yeah.
That's
It
what
didn't
I'm
drain
talking
it. It should every time it shoots out, it should just hit the left, very edge of that left flipper.
And it has been turning on the ball save when it shoots it out.
Right.
So.
We do give you a little bit of ball save. Now you can turn that on or off too. So if you want to do more of a tournament play,
Heck yeah.
since
Me,
it
I hate
does.
tournaments. I don't know what you're talking about.
Since it does shoot it there, you should be able to catch it with no problem. But you want to make it a little more difficult, turn that off. So
And,
if you miss it, it's draining on you.
Currently in our house, I don't think we have any ball savers turned on.
Yeah, I've turned them all off because I'm sadistic and masochist.
Yeah.
Everything.
So that makes me feel real good about my pinball playing most of the time.
Well,
But to Lindsay's point, so think about back, when did ball save even start becoming a thing? Like, 80s, late 80s?
Maybe. So
Early 90s?
reject.
I've been a pinhead since I was like 9 years old, so more of the amateur, pinhead.
Sure.
Obviously, when we started production or started even the idea of pinball,
Right.
we looked into a lot of the history to become more knowledgeable. But
Right.
that specific question is,
Yeah. But I'm just
beyond
saying.
me. So
But
you're gonna have to Google that one.
But they just came out with pins for a long time, right? So what we got in chat? Just asking, what kind of electronics is handling things? P-Rock or custom?
We got P3.
P3.
P3
Yeah,
Rock?
the underlying trademark is in-house written by Jimmy.
So, well, it's a skeleton game, so which works with a P3. Obviously, it still has to be coded, so yeah, that would be Jimmy, and then Aaron assisting. And then we do drive video with a Raspberry Pi.
The ramp. So yeah, there you go. Raspberry Pi, P3 Rock, built on a custom. Well, with
Well, it's an off the shelf.
got it.
Yep.
It's a skeleton
You were
game,
second player.
which I think is pretty much.
I think Rebecca was second, right?
Oh.
Yeah, Rebecca took that one.
Yeah, see, look at that.
Maybe she's been sneaking in. No, I'm just kidding. Very good. Excellent.
But you were working all that time.
Yeah. Well, she's been putting them together. She's got to know something about
She
it,
must have
right?
been practicing afterward.
No, that's
Staying
awesome.
late. Maybe
Congratulations.
sure she's learning how to play.
All right, we're gonna keep it rolling.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
Keep
going.
on firing up games here.
Yeah, and do keep asking us questions, particularly when we still have people who can answer them in the room.
Yeah,
so,
right. So who wants to go first?
I'll go first, sure.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I couldn't wait to play because the
Yeah,
last time I
right.
didn't do so well.
He's got to redeem himself. So yeah, if you have questions, like Lynn said, fire away. Hopefully, we're still looking to sound okay. If something's happening, please let us know. We are on location, and so far our location stream record has been spotty at best, but you know.
Okay. So I didn't really see. He must have hit those drop targets kind of all at once because he was able to start Drolita mode. So that's by hitting those 3 drop targets.
Okay.
On easy mode, you just have to do it once.
Got it.
Okay.
On more the tournament or
Sometimes.
pro mode, you actually have to hit it each 3 times. So you have to
Okay.
knock them all down
Right.
3 times, and then
Okay.
that'll start the mode. So since he was able to start it just with the 1 time pretty quickly, you have to spell out Drolina.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. By hitting those targets. Every time you hit the target, it'll give you another letter. Yep.
Do you guys like something to drink?
I think I'm okay for right now. Let's put a little water on. Thank you.
I'm good for now as well. Thank you.
It's a real arcade. They got candy and snacks, pop
Popcorn?
machines. I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah.
Gumball machine,
Yeah, we got snacks and everything. You know?
right?
Oh.
All the best.
Wimpy. There we go.
Let's see. I assume you guys already kind of went through the rules a bit, a little, and then just don't drain skin at me.
Yeah.
I'll give that a shot.
Yeah, we haven't talked too much about rules. I will say I asked. There's not a skill shot on this game up top, so none of those. You can probably see the ball plunges up into that middle area where it has the 3 rollover lanes, and that's where you can get your bonus multiplier up. Pretty much, you're trying to start modes, and finish modes. Why would you start it without finishing it, right? So somebody, I guess maybe what we can do now is, you were talking a little bit about the Darlena mode. Is there another, or we talked a little bit about security mode, I think.
Sure. So
but-
you can see here, we've got 10 modes in here. So if you look at the center of the play field, you got 10 RGB targets there. Inserts. And those are the 10 modes. So you start each one by kind of hitting towards that area. So Drolina, which you can see is our robot assistant right there, our kind of saucy lady.
She's the one telling me to plunge the ball. Her? Is
She's
that
the
Darlena?
one talking to you. She's asking, what are you doing? What's going on here? So she's the 3 set of drop targets here to your right. To your left, you see a bank of 3 upright targets. That is your dunk tank mode. There are 4 half-inch oblong targets kind of throughout the playfield. That is Zed and Ed. That is your mechanic team.
Zed and
right
Ed.
there. Zed
All
and
right.
Ed.
We're talking about the game, Darlena.
I know. Mystic Martians is in the middle. You've got your ringleader ramp to the left. You've got your cosmic clown ramp to the right.
Exits are to the. Oh, sorry.
To the left and to the right, your outlane and inlane rollover switches are your security force. And up top, you have your freak show rollovers.
What's the Star Hopper?
So I forgot about the inlanes. My goodness. So your inner orbit, which goes both left to right and right to left, that is your Star Hopper and Comet Chaser.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
I see. Yeah, Star Hopper says it's on the right. Comet
Yep.
Chaser on the. I got it. Left.
So you know the really neat thing about creating original art and original machine is we can do kind of whatever we want with it. So
Absolutely.
we have created a set of 10 trading cards
Oh.
based on these characters. So when you get to your
Nice.
Cosmic Carnival, you're going to get a pack of these, and they're going to give you a lot of information, kind of backstory on all
Very
of these.
neat.
So
Yeah.
there's a lot of cool and fun facts that you can get from that.
Awesome.
And we've got some other things kind of planned for them, so you're going to see them
Sure.
in other medias and
Heck yeah, that's great.
things as well.
Yeah,
So-
I mean it's gorgeous character work. I mean, and it just looks fun. Like the whole I want to know more about what's going on. That sounds like you guys got some stuff planned.
They're also asking some questions maybe we should answer.
Yeah, I know. They keep talking. I was going to bring it up, but...
It's going to be in the showroom for public to come and try out the machine.
Yeah, so we have three prototypes. So we have 2 prototypes here in house, and one is in Texas with Jimmy Lipham, so that when he's doing new code, he can see if it actually works properly in real time, which is just something that we had to do. I know not all companies do that. Well, a lot of companies have their main guys in house, but it just made it a lot easier. So these were in the back. This one is going to stay permanently parked up here in the showroom. So if you come in here, you can come check it out and play it. We've got another one in the back for us for development, and then, like I said, the one in Texas. So you're also going to be seeing these at dealers every week. These are going to be shipping out, and so we're going to start shipping out to new dealers. So,
So yeah, currently, if I was told if you're looking for a game, you can find it at your local dealer. Then contact Suncoast, and they'll either put you in touch with somebody, or right now they're still selling direct. So
we are still selling direct. We really want you to support your local dealer, though. The dealers, right? Someone's telling me I think dealers are going to go away, and I certainly hope not, because they are an integral part of pinball.
yeah,
They're the ones that are, going to a lot of these shows. They're hosting tournaments. They're really helping keep pinball alive, support Texas. So we're trying to push all orders through the dealers.
You got an extra ball, though.
Right.
You're fine.
In fact, in the next couple of weeks, we're just going to completely stop.
I did. All right.
Direct sales completely. So,
gotcha.
we're going to get a list of those dealers on our website here in the next couple of days. But ones who already have machines are Zach Minnie over at Flipping Out Pinball.
And he had one at SFG, right?
He did.
Yeah.
Yep, his was there. And you can also see Jason in Atlanta at Classic Game Rooms.
I think that
Yeah. So they have their machines in house. You can come and see them.
I should have not hit it.
I think we have 15, 20 dealers signed up, so they're all just kind of waiting on their machines.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And we walked around in the shop and
I'm not in on this.
Were
Was I playing?
Yeah. You just been talking so
you
long.
just didn't
forgot.
get those extra balls that you
Wow.
got last time. So
I've
you're
been working too
confused.
much. I didn't even know I was playing pinball.
Great. I'd like to come by and see it soon. Will there be one at Pinburg to try?
Boy, Pinburg's coming up really quickly here, isn't it? When is Pinburg?
It's the first weekend in August.
Okay. Possibly. I know we have a dealer or two in that area. We're going to obviously try to get them their machine so that they can take it, because getting them to the shows are very important. It's hard for us because when we go to a show, we need to take, myself, Ultian, Aaron, we need to take some of the guys that also need to be here. See, I can't play and talk at the same time.
Right.
Need to be here to kind of help supervise production. So, while it's great for us to go to shows and we need to, we also got to kind of handpick them so that we can get production scaled up.
So I would say maybe, I don't know.
So maybe is the answer.
Well, also I was going to say if you could find a distributor local, maybe hit them up and say, hey, we'd like to see one at Pinburg. And if you put an ask out there to a local distributor, maybe they could bring one by. Who knows? Oh no!
Well, you told me there wasn't a way it was going to tilt, so... Oh, cool, okay.
Sometimes it doesn't help to shake it anyway.
Let's see.
They were also asking whether you could get back in the middle from the right target, and you were able to go back up top with the hidden behind
The drop target, yeah. So if you hit the two lower drop targets, it opens up a gate that allows you to get back into the shooter lane.
So right under this ramp, there's a set of 3 drop target banks. And you hit the lower 2, you can get over to get back up.
Yep.
Or get up through the pops.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see those drops. I think... No, you can see them on the stream, right?
Kind of.
Yeah.
You can see the lit lane for sure.
Yeah. So it's one of those, it's kind of like in Pirates where it's hard to see the map targets on the stream, but they are, trust us, they're there. Or play one in person.
Yeah. It's always, that's where I always find it's difficult to stream, because you're getting a completely different perspective. Unfortunately, it's kind of the best one to to record, but seeing in person, you definitely see a lot more of the lanes and what you're definitely shooting for. So we can try and do a little bit of a walkthrough of the game, you know, with some different cameras too. So
Yeah. And I know one thing that I hope you don't mind me saying what we were talking about earlier about the lights is that so I know one thing Aaron was telling us about one of the next things that's going to happen in the code is they're working on the lights to get it so it's even more intuitive as far as what you're shooting for, right? So right now, if it seems a little confusing, it's gonna be cleared up for sure.
Possible. Let's try pointing over there. Okay.
So I will say one thing I've noticed about this game that's here we go. A little brutal is that comet orbit. You gotta be careful and be ready. The feed from that has killed me a couple times.
Yeah, and if you don't hit it, then the feedback can get you too. So it's a tough game. It's a fast-playing pinball machine. There's no doubt about that.
Oh, really?
Oh, no.
They all drained on me at once.
Everyone out of the pool.
So
I got
right.
a ball stick.
Yeah, you were good.
I got my key fob on me.
Yeah, exactly.
It knows.
The secret button. It's underneath the real button. You just got to know where to press.
And so multi-ball right now you can get to, since it's on fun mode, it's one of those ones like, what's another machine that does that? Where it lights your multi-ball on ball 3 if you haven't gotten it.
Well, I know
Or
Spooky does.
Kitty multi-ball.
Spooky definitely gives you a mode if you didn't get started mode on Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
Who else gives you a multi-ball?
Um,
Some of the tri-ball or tri-zone multi-ball or whatever. I think in Rock and Bullwinkle.
Oh yeah, I think that is one.
So.
So this is set like that, and obviously the middle is where you start that. And I don't remember. I think John explained earlier how you can relight multi-ball.
I think there was a couple modes, right?
Oh yeah, if you finish a mode, you relight it. That's what it was.
Well, in the scoop, if you lock the ball, if you complete the scoop or you put it in there more than 2 times, right? The 3rd time, you activate area. Right. But you do also gotta hit the few of the stand-up targets and a few other things before you get there. But
Gotcha.
you're able
Yeah.
to achieve multiple.
Fair enough.
Wow,
All right.
32.
I got
Yeah, you
a
can
lot of
do
work
it.
to
Not
do.
bad, not bad, not
But
bad
you
at
can
all.
see now.
The multi-ball helps you
I've
a lot,
got
but
I've got my data East games. Thank you.
we
Yes.
still got a little time.
Except for we have Maverick set on weird settings. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, you can see my multi-ball's lit right now. And you can't, I will say this is something I noticed once when I was trying to get my bonus multipliers. Only the right flipper will change. Left flipper doesn't change the rollovers up there. Is that on purpose?
It just so it is on purpose.
Okay.
That's the way Jimmy set it up. Now,
Nice.
I'm not. You know what? I kind of like it because it makes it slightly more difficult.
Yeah, it does. I like it too because it totally got. So just if you play this, be aware of that.
Yeah.
Right flipper only.
We got a this layout does look fun in chat, so there you go.
Woo! It is fun.
It is very fun. It's
Except
a
for
fun game.
when you brick off of that middle target, like I'll demonstrate what's not fun about that middle target. Like that. See
Yes.
how it throws it, which is good. It's good that it throws it in such danger.
Yeah.
And we did make that a little tighter. Not that you can't. Oh, look, you made it twice in succession.
Yeah,
So
which-
it's not impossible, but we didn't want it to be just a give it a shot.
Right. No, and that's perfect. I mean, it feels like what people are doing with Adam's Family.
Uh-oh. I got a ball stick, everybody.
It feels,
Oh yeah.
It feels that tight. She's good.
There it goes.
She got it out. It feels like that tightness that people are actually going for without, like, from the factory, which I like.
Without making it a brick fest.
Yeah.
You don't want to, you don't want to make it too hard where you can't make the shot.
Yeah.
That's no fun.
I actually really like that it's up the center because most of those are off to the left or off to the right, and you're always just backhanding it and all this. This makes it way more tricky. You gotta want it if you're going for that shot, which I love. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, all the cabinets are made in house, right?
Yep.
Is that true?
All cabinets are made in house. Ramps are made in house. Toys are made in house. Graphics are made in house.
Playfields are now Mirko or
Yep, Mirko.
Mirko. Okay.
So we were doing the playfields in house. We do have the capabilities. what we can't do is print and clear coat in-house until you have the play field.
Right.
See that feed, everybody? It's savable, but it's
It's a bit of work. Yeah.
watch out. So since I finished a mode, that's why I've got that lit again. Is that accurate? Because it looks like Dunk Tank is done. So
Yeah.
I don't think you're supposed to, because Dunk Tank does not activate that. So
Okay.
So what mode does activate it?
I believe it's Comet. If you know what? I only wrote the rules. I don't remember that.
He's got a lot else on his mind.
Because you all know
I
me.
believe it's Comet Chaser and Ringleader will activate.
Okay.
Or
Got
give
it.
you the opportunity.
Gotcha.
It doesn't automatically do it.
Okay. Okay.
You still gotta hit that center. Pretty much just hit that center. So you have 1 for the ball lock and then 2 for the actual.
Awesome. Oh, what else do we talk? And then every game is going to be powder coated, right? Is that what I heard too?
Yeah. So your entire armor set, your hinges, and even your apron on powder coating. And it's a premium
nice.
2-coat powder coating with the red, purple with the red flake.
Yeah. It looks gorgeous.
It does look gorgeous. We'll try to show it. I don't know if it'll
It does.
but-
Sometimes in pictures it shows off a little bit black. It's not black.
It's very purple. We like purple in these parts, so.
It matches very well. In fact, Donnie had a little bit of input on that as well. Like, we tried. This particular machine has been powder coated 6 times.
Well, there you go.
So-
Trying to really get that dialed in,
We
huh?
just wanted to make sure we got the right color.
Absolutely.
And,
Absolutely.
This was the winner.
Yeah. Oh man, my
So,
chat is not keeping
This
up.
is a prototype game. Do you have ball stuck? Oh, no.
No, I'm
Nah.
trapped.
My chat's not keeping up on my phone. Sorry, I'm trying to watch chat on my phone, but it's apparently not keeping up, so apologies.
Oh, I got it up there. So you can also get it. You can get it up there like I just did from a Lucky Pop hit.
There it is.
So yeah.
Not bad, not bad.
No chill Bob in there, player. I know. Thank you. Thank you. I should bear that in mind.
What is it?
I think I'm player.
No, I'm player. Well, it's
You're player 1. You're
yeah,
done.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm
Your
one.
game's over.
Let me.
No, wait, we're on both.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I guess
This isn't still me, is it?
That's what I'm saying. This is both.
What
three.
player is this?
I think it's me. That's what it is.
No,
we
it's
are on ball 3 now. No, we were on ball 2.
Yeah, I haven't played. I'm
Yeah.
player 4. I haven't played yet. Here, let's see. We'll find out.
Yeah, we're
Oh, it's not going to show you. Uh-oh.
I'm
Forget a bug.
I told you all I can do it. I
Lindsay will
have the
find
challenge.
it. Well, after this one, we'll see. Because Lindsay was player 3, I was
Yeah.
player 4.
So we're still working on the code. It's not 100%. It is very far along. But you'll find, I don't think we have too many bugs, but
Really, we can't see tilt animation. So yeah, unfortunately not.
There,
But
it
there's
says
gonna be
player
some
4.
surprise for
Player
you
4
when you
ball
get
field.
the
There we
game.
go. There we go.
Yeah, yeah.
Kitty multi-ball. Let's find it. See if I can get it.
So I will ask as far as rules go, because that's what I love about pinball. In multi-ball, is it just giving you more balls so you can try to complete the modes easier, or are there jackpots?
so
I'm
there
going
was a
for?
jackpot, which I saw you get a couple times.
Was
I don't
it-
know if you noticed it.
Was it the center when it did the? Because I was shooting for the ramps. Looked like they were.
The ramp should be
lit.
the jackpot. So there, we'll see where we're at on some of this code. But yeah, you should be getting your orbits and your ramps should be getting your jackpots.
Okay.
Very cool.
Once you get them. So.
All right, let's keep it rolling. Who else is up?
Aaron and Rebecca, you guys do this time. We'll rotate in and out.
All right.
Rebecca's
step on
defending
up.
her title here.
Yeah.
No pressure.
No pressure at all.
Yeah, it was keeping up.
Good.
I mean,
Oh, no. Everybody, we got the ball face.
CNK, we'll see if we can give you a tilt animation here. I don't know. You got this, but
I was just talking about that.
Yeah. I'm getting distracted. And, yeah.
They were saying since there's no tilt bob in there, you're not gonna get to see. We're not gonna get to see tilt
You're not
animation.
going to see the tilt, no.
And then I said there has to be some sort of surprise for when you play it in real life.
Right. Can't show everything. Yeah. Where's that? Oh, I can't remember. You talked about a ton of stuff.
Yeah. So I know I was talking about the feed of that inner loop being being savage, but I think it's a really cool, like, I can't really think of too many games that have have that sort of inner loop there around the pops. So it's, I would say that's something that's a little unique to this game, right?
Yeah, I think so. They're definitely inner orbits. I'm sure someone out there's going to find one for me.
Oh yeah, that's
A broken up inner orbit, so the lane kind of shoots from left to right, right to left, but it's broken up in the middle. While you get back in there, shoot it from the right flipper, it's going to your left flipper. I'm not aware of one that's like that. It's one feature that I absolutely love.
Yeah.
hey,
Get
we got
that.
another follower. Thank you. Let's see,
That did not come up.
I can't read your name, but thank you for the follow. We appreciate it. We'll give shout outs at the end as well for everyone that follows. So we really appreciate everybody tuning in here. And we really appreciate Suncoast Pinball coming out or letting us come out, I should say, and stream the game.
I think that's CNK.
Yeah, CNK, thank you.
I could see that one because
Yeah.
I was in the right place at the right time.
I was at the right place, but it must have been the wrong time.
But yeah, CNK said you'll get bonus sales if there's a dead flipper code.
Oh, yeah? Well, what the flipper code?
Yeah.
How about that? Yeah.
You know, I've actually never done the dead flipper codes.
Jack!
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
that's my
really good at
favorite.
getting that.
That's my favorite one. It's a secret bonus. It actually gives you $1 billion. It just doesn't show.
Oh, okay.
It's a graphic error.
I believe that.
I'm just kidding. It's an imaginary $1 billion that's in my mind.
So what does it mean if the mode is blinking? Are you in it or is it...
That means you're in the mode. So whenever it turns solid, that means you're in the mode. And
Does the mode ever time out?
No.
Okay,
Okay.
got it. So that's cool. You can just keep going forever.
All right. All right. Ow! Ball
Oh,
save.
and so
Ball
you just...
save.
Oh, no.
Ah, just went off.
There you go.
Just went off on me. Yeah,
All
buddy.
right, let's do better. We got this.
All right.
And one thing I do, we'll probably take one of the cameras, so maybe after this game, and kind of do like a...
Little sweep around.
Yeah, because one thing I really like about this game, visually, is the panel up there, the speaker panel art is real cool. And I know y'all can't see it right now.
It reminds me a little bit of Big Guns. Kind of how the whole thing is connected up to the top. It's integrated very well. The art package is just awesome, and like it looks like a continuation of the game all the way up to through the back box.
No
so.
tilt bob. I should remember that, right?
Yeah,
people?
right. No tilt bob.
I'm training for Pinburg though. If I get used to moving, I'm gonna be in trouble.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, that's so much of this is made in house. It's so impressive.
Yeah, and we got a chance to walk through there, and it was super cool. I know that was super cool.
I mean, everybody's busy working, so we didn't have a
I
whole
know.
lot of time to hang out. But
I don't want to get in people's way.
yeah, they're busy making games and
Getting them to the people,
Yeah.
which we love.
yeah, man.
More pinball.
More pinball for everybody. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. An extra ball this time. Yeah, they also do arcade cabinets too. I mean, that's how they started out. So we're between a Pac-Man and a Marvel vs. Capcom. We got a couple tabletop ones in the back, so it's pretty neat.
Quick.
I mean, brutal.
Yeah, right. So many something.
So many parts and pieces. Oh my goodness, right?
Yeah, they're all over, they're making them. We saw
Yeah,
it.
it's so cool. And they have these really, what I thought was so neat was to work on the playfield. They got these rotisseries,
Yeah.
and they're super cool.
I can't get one to fit in the car though, so that's a little unfortunate. I wouldn't mind one. That's for daggone sure.
So yeah, they're which is awesome. This place is awesome. You guys are making everything, including what they use to make their machines.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard that,
So,
but yeah, they make their rotisseries in house. So.
Yeah, and they're real cool. So
Not only making the machine, like Lindsay said, they're making the parts and the machines. So that's like a lathe.
Oops.
Who made the first lathe? Because you need a lathe to make the lathe, right? It's like the chicken and the egg. So do you have to make a pinball machine before you can make a pinball machine? I don't know.
Alright, what's something we haven't seen yet? It's so against my nature to move the machine, everybody. I just like...
She's struggling with that.
I'll get there eventually, maybe, but I don't want to beat up... This is the prototype. I don't want to beat it up.
I'm telling you though. Right, we're...
Free reign.
Yeah, but that's just it. It's holding up. People are throwing it across the room, and it's standing up to it. So that
So
just tells you
quality
right there.
assurance, everybody.
Yeah, the cabinet is put together. You're, you know, it's one of those things. And it has an airball protector there on the left ramp, so that's not going to come
Which
out.
is good for me because I'm the best at airballs.
Yeah, and on the right ramp actually too. Yeah, that's awesome. Hopefully you can hear the soundtrack going as well. Excuse me. We dropped a little bit, but we're doing okay. Yep. Hey, there it is. So you just saw it there. You got the drop targets down. I don't even know if two of them are down. Maybe just one. You stuck it in there to get back into the shooter lane.
That's a pretty cool feature.
I love it. I was playing a game at Southern Fry that was kind of like that. It was it had a gate instead of drop targets, but it did.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of games that have
Yeah.
gates.
Well, but I mean,
That's why this is cool, is because like you have to.
right. You get the drops to get it in there,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Drop catch. Oh, I will say, I'm sorry, this is not Cosmic Carnival related, but I will say I had a couple of drop catches under pressure in a tournament situation, so my hard work is paying off, everybody.
She's getting there. Oh no!
Almost got it.
Ooh,
Get that
some
multi-ball.
pepper on it. All right.
So you can also start modes in multi-ball, right? Like, okay, so...
It behooves you to get the multi-ball,
Yeah.
huh?
So stack away, everybody.
Heck
Stack
yeah.
away.
Like I said, it is, you know, that classic feeling of just getting the multi-ball, play the mode, shoot the top. Like it feels like that era they were going for, that 80s style of pinball. I love it. Oh no, everyone out. Now, is there Add-a-ball somewhere yet, or am I just... Oh, we're still going. Sweet. No Add-a-ball at the moment, so not necessarily any plans either, but okay, I cheated. I took the advantage of the no-tilt bob.
Yeah, we're going for the real 80s field and like, no add-a-ball, no ball save. You're just dead as soon as you multi-ball ends.
Yeah.
80s were brutal for multi-balls.
They were. Well, and then there's certain games that it just didn't, like, I mean, all the ball save was there for was just to give you an extra ball, but it didn't do anything, really. So it's nice that this one actually has jackpots and everything. Our Escape from the Lost World has zero, like, it's all it does is give you an extra ball, and that's it. No ball save, no nothing.
So pro tip, always keep it in multi-ball. Always a good tip right there.
Oh, no! Man, I got no loops, though. Bummer. It's fast, though. It just keeps going.
So we had a little bit of a
7?
technical blip right there. So this is a prototype machine.
Sure.
When we made this machine, we were using a different lockdown bar, receiver, apron. So, unfortunately, we had to change that.
Okay.
It wasn't available to us anymore. When we changed it, nothing lined up properly.
Gotcha.
So it's not like that on our production machines, but the hangers don't really stay on the playfield very well here.
Okay.
They're not attached properly. It's just one of those odd things, and there's no way to get it to work with this playfield. The playfield itself actually had to be changed. So
Got it.
it just slid on you a little bit with that last little bump.
I saw that it kind of went down, right?
Yeah. So I'm going to see if I can't get this.
I broke it.
Hey, it wasn't me, everybody. It wasn't me.
Everyone kept saying no tilt bob.
But as John said, this is just something for this particular machine. So we're just emphasizing that. This particular, not Cosmic Carnivals in general, this particular Cosmic Carnival.
This is a prototype.
Yeah.
Pro tip, don't listen to me, I'm not a pro. Thanks, C&K. And Pinball Narcissist says, sweet, sounds like it was a lot of hard work to put in this machine.
Yeah, I feel like there was a lot of...
blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah, and love that when any time that there's that much... and we've seen it ourselves. We're not just telling you a lie. We've seen the hands creating it, which is very exciting for me.
Let's see if we were able to get
but,
that. Whose balls?
Better-
I just launched it.
You better get there.
Disqualification, sir.
Sir, you played out of turn. No,
I just want to make sure you got going.
yeah.
So yeah, what happened there is the play field on this one is actually not wide enough for the new hangers.
Gotcha.
We went from like I said, another receiver bar to this one. We put the hangers in. It went from narrower to wider.
Gotcha.
Which created a lot of redesign.
Sure.
Which is there for all the production machines, but the only way we get it for this one is to completely tear everything apart and put in a new play field.
And that's...
which for our purposes wasn't necessary.
Yeah, fair enough. So it looked like this, for those that don't like the new latch style on sterns, is this similar to, like, so this one, all the production machines will have
So this is an older Williams
style, yeah.
which actually I think is I think it's what everybody's using besides stern.
Yeah, so there you go. So it's got the lever. If you don't like the stern style, it's back to the lever with the lock bar that slides across, and then you lock it in by pushing it to the right, and put, the more traditional style, I guess, if you want to call it that.
I think I timed out my combo.
We just happened to look at one of our dealers, and we were looking at Jersey Jack, we were looking at American Pinball, and we're like, holy cow, they're all the same. So thank goodness.
Yeah, interchangeable parts.
That Williams did not want to pay for the machining tool for the receiver. I mean, it's very expensive.
Right.
You know, upwards of like almost $100,000 instead of $60,000, $70,000. We don't want to pay for that. So the company that did it said, okay, we're going to front you the money, but we own the tool.
Yeah.
So if we want to sell it to anyone else, we can.
And William said, fine, I guess.
Williams said, okay. So thank goodness they did, because
now everybody can use the same part.
And that guy can now sell to everybody else. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's just it. It's
I almost got it.
It's you guys get to use it, and then if you have an old Williams that breaks, now you can get a brand new part still for it. So now I don't see too many lockdown bar hangers breaking, but I guess it could happen if you really wrench it in there, right? So I mean, anything that can go wrong in pinball tends to go wrong, right? So
especially if you're keeping these machines, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. I mean, heck.
Yeah.
We've been to shows and they have games from the 30s and 40s.
Latches suck, and then someone else agreed. Latches suck. So there you go. A lot of people don't like the latches, so you don't have to worry about it on this
That's
machine.
right. We do not have a latch.
Oh shoot.
All right, you guys ready again?
Yeah, let's keep it going.
So I will ask, because I did not get a pity multi-ball chance on that.
Goodness.
You didn't?
So I did not, because it was doing that and I think that's happened a couple times. It did that loop. There's like a loop
you're in that mode. Yeah.
So
maybe if you're
why
in the mode,
it doesn't give it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that could
All right,
be.
I'll go first there. Get the party.
Get all the extra balls.
Yeah, right.
I would say one person likes the latches, so
Well,
takes all kinds, right?
No, for me, my thing with lockdown bars is just when I don't like it when it's so hard to like. Okay, this is not me saying I don't like Jersey Jack, but on our Jersey Jack Pirates, it might be wrong with the alignment or something, but like I am terrified of breaking that machine trying to lock the latch, or not the latch, because it's got a lever. And yeah.
Anytime you can do it easily.
I'm gonna go second, because always be second.
Go for it.
There you go.
But yeah, so like I don't know.
As long as it works, I don't care what's in there.
Right.
It's just gotta work. Oh shoot.
Well, you know what? This one's been around for a long time. It's been on a whole lot of machines. Just think of all the machines Williams
Extra
put
ball.
out
Right.
back in the day.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's reliable.
ball.
Absolutely.
Extra ball. Extra ball. No,
Now
okay,
we
that's
say.
fine.
Yeah, okay.
Well, now I can say it. That's
Yeah.
good.
Extra
As long
ball?
as you don't drain it down the middle.
Extra
She's
ball.
just gonna keep going.
I'm gonna keep going until I get it.
No!
No!
It's like you need more Jack, I tell you.
Extra.
Ah!
It said no. No
So,
more
yeah,
dead
so
bounce
you-
for you.
It didn't really tell you there, so we'll have to work on that. But you just started Martians. So if you
Oh,
get
okay.
it in Martians 3 times in a row, I think you have like 15 seconds to do it for the next
nice.
one, and
Yeah.
then you started Martians mode.
So now I'm going for anything that's blinking, yes?
So see the 4 aqua color?
Yes.
So we need to get better at these kind of things because it should tell you.
Yeah, what we were going to do is have the Mystic Martians LED insert turn the same color as whatever targets are associated with
Got it.
Oh,
So you gotta
that's
shoot
neat.
those. So you hit it once, it's gonna kind of activate it, and you have like 10 seconds to hit it again to lock it down. So you gotta do that to those 4.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, there's.
Oh,
Like I
I'll
said,
try it.
it's there. It's just you gotta. We're getting better at telling you where to go with it. Got it. Awesome.
So there's a lot of depth in the code. There's a lot of neat, fun, different things to
Can't
shoot
find
at
it.
in different configurations. So
Right, right.
It's just learning and knowing, and we'll get a little bit better about it. We actually have a lot of call-outs. So Marina Russell, someone I talked about earlier.
Yeah.
She's the voice of Drelina, so she's the one doing all the call-outs. She's English,
I know.
Hollywood, vocals and sound design and composition for Hans Zimmer.
Sweet.
So she's one of those that worked on the movie Pirates of the Caribbean,
There you go.
Superman, and Spider-Man. So she's the voice for this. So
Very
she's the one telling you. We have a ton of call-outs for her.
Gotcha. Just getting them
Yeah,
worked
you
all
need
in.
yourself. She said one to me.
Right,
Recently. She's just trying to help me out. Here we go.
If your grill runs out of gas, it will be raining when it does. There you go. That was Ed talking about when things go wrong. Things are always going to go wrong, and they always go wrong at the worst time. So that was in response to that, I believe.
Zero lose.
So if you're going to run out of gas, you're going to run out of gas while it's raining. Yeah, right?
So you've got 3 modes going in this thing. So you've got Drelina, which are the right targets.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Mystic Martians, which are you've got
Those
2 of the 4
stand-
Mystic
yeah.
Martians, and then you've got a timed one for dunk tank. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get your loops, which are your inner orbit loops.
I
and you
just
start-
not going all the way around for me. There we go. I got one. Right? I got one.
Yeah, I think so.
I almost got it.
Now you got another one going here. Look at that. You're getting a lot of them started here.
She's starting them all. All the modes.
I like this little pew sound. I hope y'all can hear it out there. That's it.
Lindsay will just start making the sound effects for you.
Pew!
With her mouth.
Nailed it.
Man,
See, we don't
pitchy
need Bart
guitar.
Hendrickson and Theo Green.
We'll just have this
Yeah,
back
just
in.
have Lindsay come
Yeah,
in.
what the flip?
Yeah. I mean, no, this is awesome. The riff there is pretty sweet. Loving the tunage.
Ooh.
Love that. I love that music. It gets driving to make you just feel get your heart racing a little more.
Right.
Making your
This is the more dramatic, you know.
Yeah.
You got something going on.
yeah.
You
Like
got a mode started, something to shoot for.
right. We love Lindsay and I always joke like they're
Ah!
every pinball machine, all the blinky lights and the sound and the music, and it's all designed to make you drain, to distract you. That's what it's there for.
Oh, that was too bad. I was too patient, everybody. I'm sorry.
Put another quarter in the machine.
Yeah, right. All right, just for fun, you should need to spell International Rescue for 4x scoring. Woof.
Is that actually a thing on a game now?
Yeah. All right. I guess I'll go play.
Cosmic
with
Carnival in and of itself would be
Yeah, there you go. Have to spell out
Be
Cosmic
pretty.
Carnival. So I'm gonna go ramps. No, I'm not going ramps anymore. I'm changing everything. All right, Martian. What do we got? Extra ball!
I got that. How many times, everybody? How many times?
It gave me Jack like 5 times, so I
That's
figured
true. It did finally throw you out.
Yeah, right.
see.
There. You started Drelina mode.
Yeah.
I heard it. You
Yeah.
probably need to trim that up a little bit so you can hit my target if you dare.
Oh.
So she's daring you to spell out Drillina.
So, is mystery always lit until you start Martians, or is there a way you like that mystery?
Divide
Or-
by 4 score. Got it. Oh,
Oh, that's the
it's a Thunderbirds joke. Nailed it.
proofread, Kevin.
Hey, man.
So what were you saying?
So mystery seems to
Mystic
always
Martians.
be it
Yeah,
seems
yeah,
to
yeah.
always be lit. Is it just always lit? Do you need to do something to light
Who's the
it?
piggy ball?
So as of right now, it's always lit. Now once you start Mystic Martians,
It goes.
I think it goes away then. All right, get him.
All right, what we got? Hey, 500.
So yeah, that's one of those. Like I said, we may change. Maybe you get it once you start it, it'll go away, and then you've got to do something else to get it going. You know, to
Sure.
tweak the dunk tank targets again.
Sure.
There's a lot of depth in the code, but there's still things that are going to change.
Absolutely. I mean, more more people play it, the more you know.
All right, is this me?
Yes. Chris?
There we go. I don't know.
Sorry
what
about that.
happened.
Hopefully that wasn't a long time. Oh, she's waiting for me.
Hey now.
Thank you,
Not
Darlena.
patiently though.
She's normally like, what are you waiting for? I'm waiting for you, Darlena.
So, I don't know. I can't remember if we talked about this already, but I mean, you basically, when you brought Donnie in, you just asked him to. You kind of gave him free license, right? Kind of just said, go to town, and
So we.
or did you have an idea of what you wanted?
We put him in kind of a big box. We didn't put him in a little box. So we already had the theme, Cosmic Carnival.
Right.
We actually had all the characters kind of all planned out, but
Okay.
there were only a few that we actually ended up keeping. We said we got to keep a ringleader.
Right.
You've got to keep a clown.
Yeah.
You got to keep a freak show.
Yeah.
Now we allowed him to develop him in any way that he wanted.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
Hey, I
we
got
said,
it. Did I finish it? No.
but those were the three
Alright.
characters that you
Oh, I
got
did
to
finish it. Sweet.
go to town, make it happen. But those are the three that you got to keep. You got to have those in there. And then we actually scrapped, I think, pretty much the rest of them,
Right.
and waited till we got some of his artwork and picked out some of the characters that we really liked, wanted to develop. So
Gotcha.
we loved Drillina. In fact, he even named her. He's like, hey, I kind of like the name Drillina. I'm like, you know what, man? I like Drillina. It sounds like she looks like a Drillina.
There you
So,
go. Sweet.
That's Donnie named her. The rest of them we kind of helped, I think, name and put together, but there was all his characters, and we said, hey, we like the Dunk Tank character a lot. We like Zed and Ed.
Right.
We liked the ship that he had in there that we used for the Star Hopper.
Yeah.
You know what I did? We did tell him we wanted some sort of a roller coaster, but like it's a space carnival, right?
Sure.
You don't want just a regular roller coaster.
Yeah.
So that's what that Comet Chaser is. So
Yeah, you got the
Comet
rocket.
Chaser it's the
Rocket
greatest
coaster.
ride in the universe.
There you go. Yeah.
So he was able to come up with some really cool ideas on that too. So, but it's amazing. Once we kind of gave him the parameters, which were pretty broad,
Right.
I think we asked for 2, maybe 3 changes, and
Yeah.
they were very small
Right.
changes. The rest of this is pretty much just his.
His brain on a pinball machine.
That's right.
That's
And
awesome.
So when you don't put a talented artist in a little box and you say, hey, here, have a lot of freedom and be creative.
It shows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Al, thank you. Yeah, I know I was pushing a little bit more, but I really wanted to show this game off as high resolution as I could. I know we're getting a little slideshow, so hopefully most of it's pretty good. So sorry about that. Like I said, I really just wanted to push it to make sure we could show it off as best as possible. So yeah, Comet a whirl. There you go.
Hey, let's not hit anything. I'm trying to, these side targets. are what I'm aiming for because I think that's what the mode wants me to do. And
so?
they're tricky, y'all. They're tricky.
If you go for the ramps, you'll end up getting the side targets instead.
Oh, there you go.
That's true. It's kind of like when you're going for the stand-up targets, you always hit the ramps if that's what you want to.
So yeah, every shot is makeable, but not every shot is easy. So.
Yeah, yeah.
That left ramp, I don't know. I mean, you've seen it get made over and over and over again, but
I got popped.
it's the longest shot in the game. You know, it's got to go. The ball's got to go the most distance, so you have to hit it accurately, or you're gonna come back down.
Yeah, you definitely need to have enough speed on the ball to get it up that ramp, but it's not impossible. At all. And I will say, if you don't get it all the way up, it's not as terrifying as some ramps. I'm looking at you, Maverick. Probably won't go right down the middle on you. So that's one of the friendlier things about this game. At least for me.
Right. A lot of times you'll notice that it's designed to actually kind of kick out to your right flipper. Whether it does it all the time or not, that's another question, but it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
See, I like that. That's my favorite sound effect. Pew, pew. Yeah.
There we go.
It's just after this game, I think I'm gonna take it down and bring it back up. We're gonna try and go down 720. So yeah, I see what you're saying. We're dropping too many, so I'm gonna try and drop it down and bring it back up and see where we're at. So after this game, we'll try it.
But don't leave. We will come back. Didn't I hear one of the ramp shapes got changed for production? Yes, you did.
Yeah, you spoke about that a little earlier.
Yeah, John was talking about, it was based on some feedback from Texas Pinball Festival, if I recall properly. Yeah, so it's definitely...
So we hadn't gone, I mean, we had started production for the cabinets at that point, but So here's another thing. So
Complete.
we don't always glue in all of our rails on the prototypes because they get changed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we
Don't
have
worry,
our
we
playfield.
will glue in your production model.
yeah.
I promise.
I mean, we're gonna take it down anyway. So if we want to shut it down real quick and just fix it.
That's so against my nature. But
I know.
No, I know.
Oh,
It's hard for
you're
me to-
dying a little right now, aren't you?
No, we're fine. I just
No, because it's ball 3 and we're gonna turn it off here on.
yeah. Well, you know.
It's fine, I'm still winning, so
Yeah.
turn it off. Go ahead, turn it off. Just kidding.
All right, so
No.
we gotta fix the plate field here real quick. I'm gonna take down the stream, bring it back up at 720, and see if that fixes some of the frame issues. So bear with us. We'll be right back.
Right back. And play some pinball while you're waiting.
All right, we're back.
Woo!
Hopefully, we're not dropping frames. We're at 720p, or we're dropping less, I should say.
And thanks for
So,
sticking with us.
Thank you for sticking by.
Rails are now glued down.
Well, yeah, we're all good. So we're gonna fire it right back up and get right back into it.
Are we playing the same setup here?
All right, I'll go.
Oh, look at that! I tell you,
Let's break it up.
it's good to be the owner.
Sometimes.
Yeah, right.
Someone's not good, but he's good.
Oh.
Yep. There you go.
Oh, I thought that was going right down the middle on me.
Yeah, sorry about that, everyone. You know, live stream. I'm really.
It's like live theater. You watch it to see what's going to go wrong, right?
Right.
I mean,
But that's like I said. It's a production machine. Or sorry, this is not a production machine. This is a prototype machine. So.
This has been Frankenstein so many times. Make sure we got it right so that your production machines will be correct.
yeah.
That's exactly it.
So your Cosmic Carnival will play
Ooh,
even
look
better.
at
Gee, that's like 3 for 3 over there. You're just. He's just leaving those drop targets down and just keep going.
See, there you go. As long as, once you hit that third one, though, that lane's going to go away.
There 4. There it is.
So yeah, to get back up there and get those bonus multipliers, that could be a huge part of your score. So
All right, thank you.
Oh, I looked up and
I know, never look up.
Don't mind the man behind the camera.
that's okay.
Thanks for
Other
keeping
in
me,
the sea.
thanks for keeping me honest, Al. I love it. You know, you gotta keep us on our toes here at What the Flip. We're professionals. We never screw anything up ever.
Oh, we're perfect.
I thought I was the only one.
I know, right?
All right, there we go.
Everyone in pinball is
I may have
perfect.
to put that tilt back on.
Yeah, right. She knows it's off now. Now it's.
I know.
Had to
I'm
read-
gonna get another plate tilt on.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, this is the joys of location. That is absolutely correct, Al. This is I think the third or fourth one we tried to do.
I don't want to jinx it, but I feel like it's been our most successful so far.
Yeah, we.
Now it's gonna just like shut down. Black
Yeah,
screen,
right.
Y'all.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so we got invited. So we live near Trent
try to get
Augustine.
in.
He's really demon pinball player up in Columbus. And he invited us to come up and to his barn. And so we go out there the night before, and like, oh, we're gonna get on and stream, and it'll be fine, right? Because Black Knight sort of raid had just come out, and so we went up there, and internet was not working. Internet just was not working. This was the night before, so we were gonna spend the night and check everything and make sure it's all working.
Flipper fumbles are possible
The
in
next
this
day,
game, everybody.
still couldn't get it working.
Just so
It was,
you know.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Good.
We got some visitors.
Welcome. Yeah, say hi to everybody. We're live streaming right now.
What's the issue with going on location? Mainly for us, internet, honestly.
Yes.
We got a new pinball machine.
Our rig is very portable. It's just always internet. So
Yeah.
Lindsay and I are probably going to look at mobile hotspots here real soon.
Yeah. As Kevin's the IT guy, I let him deal with that. But
The phone also has the ability to share the Wi-Fi
Yeah.
or the hotspot for you, depending on what type of phone that you should
We right. I
You have the
have
Motorola, right?
I have AT&T.
I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like a Motorola, but maybe.
I'm on AT&T, but even here I'm not getting very good speed. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm thinking I might have to go to Verizon.
Yeah, I have Verizon. I don't have issue with the internet, but I think the phone also, it depends on the type of phone.
Right,
how,
right, sure.
How stable it is, but
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Well, this phone has been giving us trouble.
It's about to go in the ocean.
yeah.
Except I don't want to litter.
Right.
So
Well, also this is a more popular area, so you should have a better. I guess I'll go.
Yeah, you're up.
You should have a better.
really good
in the Tampa Bay. Maybe in the rural areas.
right.
But
I got distracted. I guess Rick next. You get next.
I
Yeah,
was second.
Al, you're correct. I went to stream on ACNC last Wednesday. Showed up that he didn't have internet, so yeah. So I streamed on my phone, and that's just it. We've tried to do that in the past and had some mixed success. So we are thinking about getting,
yeah, it's fast. It's fast.
yeah, it is a very fast machine.
This one makes it fun, but this is you do.
All right, you're up.
right.
If you got time.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
So yeah, we're internet is always our number one, I think, issue for sure. But hey,
Now that was not intentional, but sometimes it's not a bad thing to get a ball drain because
yeah,
you get back up to the roller switches and get those multipliers going.
that's when you say, oh, did that on purpose?
Yeah, there you go.
Well, on Time Fantasy, sorry again, to go to, we are going to talk more about Southern Fried at another time, but I was playing, I think it was in the Fair Strikes tournament. No, this was in the Pin Golf finals. I was on Time Fantasy, and one of the guys I was playing with, Mark, he was tearing up Snail Time because he was just plunging for the lanes. He would just let it drain and plunge for the lanes up top, and it worked out real well. So yes, purposeful drains, everybody.
There you go.
What's the guy that won the tournament in Atlanta? Did you catch his name? The guy that. Oz was playing actually on a last day on Sunday.
Yeah.
And he did really well. He had most of the moves on, and he enjoyed it also. But
Yeah.
he did save a challenge, and for a professional player, really. got the hang of it, and he was able to flip it to the modes.
There you go.
Even for us, we're still learning how the modes. On paper, it looks good, and it is there, but still, to be able to complete it.
Sure. So Lindsay came in 4th in that tournament, I think.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So then 2nd in women's.
Wow.
And,
4th overall.
4th overall in their big pin golf tournament. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. Right.
No wonder she's doing so good.
I'm telling you. She's 10 times a pinball player I am. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, you can tell by the score.
Don't compliment me. It never works out.
That's the problem. All right. Oz won. He's a beast. Yeah. There you go. There were some very, very good. See, that's just it. We've never really played down here, so seeing a bunch of different players was very neat. Because we mainly play around Cincinnati. Not always, but. There you go. Or was he doing it while live streaming? That's the question.
I don't know about the lady. I don't know if he has
I'm just teasing.
Yeah, we will get him in. We need to get him set up and.
Nah, I'm just having fun. No, it's a different beast when you're. I always find it very difficult to play and stream at the same time. I think I've gotten it's helped certainly, because you always got to talk and point out. No, we're doing this, and yeah, it's always fun. So.
Oh, poor old Dion.
I know, right?
Sometimes you hit the wrong thing. It doesn't take much.
Yeah.
I was planning to bring the ball on this side, but no.
Oh shoot. I'm really digging it. Like I said, now that I kind of understand a bit, because now we can hear it more, and we can, now that we understand the rules a bit better, yeah, and absolutely what you're going for.
Old Dion jinxed me.
Yeah, that's exactly right. All right. Now, Lindsay and I joke.
Oh, no, never mind. It's lit. Never mind. It's just started that other mode again.
Right.
I don't know what went off. It was lit, and now it's off. So.
It was
Let's get
lit,
this.
and then she got it in there because maybe she was in that orbit mode. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
See, we're here bug testing, everybody.
Right. So you need to be paying more attention to what motions you got going.
Right now, she's got Drelina and Cosmic Clown.
Middle.
Are we looking at anybody better out there, everybody? Is
Extra ball?
we dropping frames
No.
still, hopefully?
I didn't want an extra ball. Thanks for not giving it. Extra ball?
No, you don't want an extra
You're
ball.
gonna make it give you the extra ball.
Yeah.
Well, look, you did twice, all right? Better than Jack.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, she got that too.
Extra ball? No, nothing.
No, you started Martians now, so it's going to kick out on you.
Yeah.
Oh, dummy.
You're hitting in there too fast. You're starting Martians. You gotta.
Okay, my goal, we're not ending the stream until I get an extra ball.
The stream seems more stable. Awesome. Thank you. All right. I wanted to put it out at 1020 or 1080p. I know it's probably a little ambitious, but I like to swing for the fences, man. I like to go. And then we'll fix it later, right?
Well, this is a beautiful game, so we want to make it look
And
as
that's
good as
exactly
possible.
it. I wanted everybody to be able to read the play field, see it, and hear it. And
Well, that's one thing too. In there, it was very loud. To show the sound and the other effects of the game. It was, it was a little difficult to show. But
hey, I got some rollovers, Lindsay. That is my Achilles heel a lot of times. Is I like to absolutely put the rollovers always in the wrong spot.
Well, you got the Drelina mode, you almost completing that, so and on the Drelina mode, any of the drop targets, you get a letter for each one you drop, so,
Gotcha.
and it resets after every one. It doesn't take all three to reset it, whereas
Okay.
in the beginning it will reset all three, it will reset once the three are completed.
Uh-huh.
It makes it a little bit harder to do the skill shots.
Oh yeah, so you started this orbit.
Yeah, so once you get into this orbit mode,
So how do you get into this orbit mode? What is this? Is it like
I think you're in dumb tank mode, right?
It doesn't have anything blinking, so that's.
He only has was really
Uh-oh.
So it looks like that.
So you're in dunk tank mode,
But
the
it's
LED
not.
is not.
Well, it's a common chaser.
I know, so-
Is this
The multi-ball was actually a
No. That's how you start Comet Chaser. That's not how you finish
Put
Comet
it in
Chaser.
there
Well,
for
I
a third
assume
ball
because-
for
So
the
dunk tank mode, when you start dunk
you
tank
can have
mode,
multi-ball and have fun.
Oh yeah.
So okay.
did we get that? I missed it.
Yeah. So that's the reward for converting dunk is activating that.
Yeah. So don't know if y'all have heard this, but
again, the same thing.
Multiple was lit.
So-
you
Come
can start the
here.
mode, which then turns multiple off because
That's
you're
okay.
getting that.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
exactly.
So it's technically working as intended then, I guess, right? Kinda. I mean, it's doing what you're telling it to, whether or not you
Work
want
in
it to do
progress.
that.
Who's
is
number
not-
3?
That was
That's you, right?
That was me.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Number 2, that's me.
All right.
Yeah, he did pretty well.
All right.
Aaron, come on now. Software engineer.
So
You're playing for Jimmy Lipham right now.
No, I will not do
Here, man, let's take over.
Okay.
Kevin likes to watch chat more than I do.
Mr. Suicide.
So yeah, what was happening with the
Hello, Loose Flip. Welcome.
multi-ball? So right now it's on casual mode. So your multi-ball starts lit on ball 3. It's your pity multi-ball, if you will. But there's also there's a mode called Dunk Tank that you can start, where it's that it's timed, right? Timed loop completion mode, and the reward for that is multi-ball. So right now, that's what, if you see it lit, and on Kevin's ball, it was lit, and then it went off once we started that Dunk Tank mode. That is why right now.
Obi-John Kenobi says, greetings from Monterey, California.
Oh, hey, Obi-John.
Greetings.
Yeah.
You want to play? Go ahead, Olivia.
I gotta do a little bit better because this is
You
not
gotta
good.
redeem yourself.
I do much better when you guys are not here. I'm gonna
Every game's a redemption game, right?
I will record myself and then post it. To
There it is.
Because this is embarrassing.
Where is Suncoast located? It is just to the, I guess, the west of Tampa. Technically, sorry, Ocola.
Largo.
It's Largo, so we're kind of weird. We're not actually Largo city limits. We're unincorporated Pinellas County. But it gives us a Largo address. So if you go across the street, you're in Largo city limits.
Right.
You cross to the other way, you're in Clearwater, Florida. And you go block down the street, you're in Pinellas Park.
Yeah.
So
So right there by Clearwater, and if you're in the Tampa Bay area, you're close.
We're in the middle of Pinellas County.
Loose Flip says, like the artwork, and Donnie did a great job. Yes, he did.
thank you. He's awesome. We're very happy to be able to work with him, and hope we're going to be able to do some more projects in the future.
Absolutely. First game for Suncoast? Yes, it is.
Reject.
Well, first pinball.
Pinball, yep.
Yeah, they were gracious enough to let us come down and check it out. And he said, yes,
Extra
please.
ball. I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna go for this until I get an extra ball because
You gotta slow down, though, right? Get in there at 3:15, you're gonna get in the motion. Game has great music and sound effects. So there you go.
It's all original.
There you go. All
extra
original.
ball.
All original. That's that star-studded
Alright,
crew
come
that
on
we had.
now. How many times do I have to get in there? Thank you, Darlena.
So you go to our website, we should have like the IMDb and Hans Zimmer pages for the guys that worked on this.
Yeah.
Thank you, No Till
So there's a
Bow.
lot of information. You can kind of see some of the other projects. Like I said, they all came from Hollywood and worked on just blockbuster stuff. So
I got
very
another
cool.
question from Obi John. When did you start the project?
So we've been working on this for almost 2.5 years now. It started out very small and slow, and once I got to the point where I felt confident, then we started bringing on more people. Software engineer first, and then Ultian has been with us now for how long? A year? Oh my gosh, has it been that long?
There you go.
So we've been kind of full force for about a year and a half, but about 2.5 years.
Man, you
The
love
ride
doing
of my life.
250s.
Hey, I finally did that shot.
Nice.
Good job.
Yeah, so how big is the team? Growing every day.
Is that right?
That's
That's
right.
sorry, I can answer that one because they're
So our production staff literally is getting bigger every single week. We're adding new people. We just can't train more than really one person a week because it's so involved. And it's got to be, precise and exact. I'm sure you guys can understand. As far as like our design team, we got Jimmy Lipham, who is our lead software engineer. Aaron Valentine here is our junior software engineer, who's backing him up in-house. Ultian Tace is our electrical engineer. Right back here, we have Nate Sutherland, who is our in-house artist. He and I are the first ones to collaborate on the name. He helped me come up with Cosmic Carnival. We dropped the...
Lindsay did it.
We
Lindsay
dropped
did it this time.
Playfield.
So again, we're gonna just reiterate every time something like
Prototype.
this happens, we are playing a prototype museum. Prototype
This will be in a
machine,
museum
you're right?
This
That was a Freudian slip, everybody.
So, we actually sold number one. The first one off the line to Dave, oh boy, I forget his last name. He's part of the mod couple. They were at Texas, saw it, loved it, and wanted number one. So we weren't even really taking orders or deposits at that point, but he had to ask me 3 times before I said okay. And I had a lot of people say, you're really not going to keep number one? And I'm like, no, I'm going to keep
Prototype.
this one right here. This is my machine. So there you go. So the only one exactly like it. So if you shake it too hard, the playfield will drop it. Won't have it anywhere else.
So he's gracious enough to let us come in and beat up on his personal prototype #1 game. So thank you so much.
So yeah, and a lot of that particular problem, we ran into it earlier in the stream. If you weren't here, it's because of something with the lockdown bar, right?
Lockdown bar, we had to use a different lockdown bar. It just wasn't available to us like we thought it would be. So unfortunately, when you change the lockdown bar, it doesn't just change one thing. Lockdown, as actually the receiver, which changed the lockdown bar, also changed the hangers. The hangers then changed the apron. Also, because
And
the
green grass
hangers
goes all around, and the green grass
were
goes there.
wider than the other ones, our playfield didn't support the hangers properly, which is why we're having this problem. So
There you go.
we only had to change half of the machine to get the receiver.
The whole front end.
Yeah, that's all. So that's why it's not just being supported properly, because the playfield just isn't designed for the hardware that's on it. But it works great for us in-house. And like I said, this is my personal one, the one that I'm keeping. So. So there, right there, you saw that little hang up. We had a different set of 3-bank drop targets that were designed for this. They were actually wider, so the hole that's in here is wider than needed, but it creates a crease or a place for the ball to get stuck occasionally.
We got a Maverick. We run into that from time to time as well.
So the great people over at Pinball Life had a design for a 3-bank drop target, but they didn't really have a big need for it, and said, "Whoa, no, we need one." So they were gracious enough to get it made for us and allow us to have a more reliable 3-bank drop target.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, they man, I'll tell you what. Looks like you guys know what you're doing here.
We hope.
Or if they don't know, they do correct the error. And because a lot of things that, and we've talked about a few of the things on the stream from this prototype that have gone wrong are definitely fixed for your machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to shake it, but I should have.
So How Anonymous says, "Love Scott." There you go.
Scott? Scott Denisi?
Yeah.
Maybe, sure.
Yeah, I assume so as well. He didn't say, so.
So yeah, we've talked with Terry quite a bit, mostly over there, and Scott a couple times. We've had some questions.
Right.
Oh yeah, it is.
So-
Like coil strength, we were worried that that left ramp, that's a long way away. I wasn't sure we were designing it that the flipper coils we were going to use
Right.
would have enough strength. And so
Sure.
We talked to him and said, hey, you know, do you have anything stronger? He did a look. He said, you actually
Extra
have
ball. We want an
the
extra ball.
strongest coil
Come on.
we have.
Right.
Fortunately, it was strong enough. It ended up being okay. But,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Okay. Big wall of text here. Wow. Congrats. Actually making a game where other
Oh,
new
yeah.
pinball
Extra
companies
ball.
are too busy calling themselves principal.
Extra ball!
Too easy, and they make.
That's it. Let's stop right now. Turn it off.
Obi John, I'm not reading that whole thing because I get the gist and I want to keep it positive, but he says you actually made a game. Congrats. So yes, I think we can actually agree there.
Thank you.
Yeah, I assume. Yeah, I assume that's who you deal with from Pinball Life. So there you go. Yeah, so I guess pretty much you're getting all your parts or whatever. Whatever. We don't need to go into that, but Pinball Life does
I got my
supply
extra
parts.
ball.
For the
Pinball
game.
Life actually supplies material. We also use Marco. Mark is great. So
Yeah.
we do get a few things from them. A
So
couple things from Twisted Quarter, but the bulk of our stuff is actually available off the shelf at Pinball Life.
So yeah, later on down the road, you know, if you need support, come here, and then parts on the shelf too. So
Yep, that's the nice thing. If for some reason you can't get it from us, if we're behind on production, it's not going to happen. But you do have another outlet to get parts.
well, it's also, I mean, I know a lot of guys out there, you know, they're not going to come to you to get their stock for parts off the shelf if they want them. They're just going to throw a couple on the shelf and grab them when they need it. So you know, I understand that too. So. Obi John, I'm totally not going to say that on stream, but.
Oh no.
The very last thing you said there about our
10x. Whoa,
pinball is
whoa.
easy. Man, look at that!
Bonus. That's my strat all day.
That's
Extra
me.
balls
Alright.
and bonus. That's all you
You're
do.
good. You're good. Just FYI, the high score that we got in the lab has been about 140. So we're doing it.
Gotta get it. Gotta get it.
Too much.
Oh no, no pressure, Lindsay, no pressure.
I was actually gonna ask about that, but
Yeah.
does this have high scores saved in it?
It does, but not this one. Not the full.
No.
Yeah.
It will.
Yeah, it will. Right.
You gotta do a little dance when you do a save. That's
I took a screenshot. I think it was like 138, 135, something like that. So
Challenge accepted.
I screenshotted it just to make sure.
there you go.
Now the glass was off at the time.
Yeah!
But I
You were
was
supposed
not.
to say that.
I was not manipulating the score.
Yeah.
I've
in
got
fact,
over 130.
When I'm testing, I like everything to be organic, and I come over here and Ultion's testing it, and he's just doo, 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 doo. I'm like, dude, that doesn't count.
Well, I want to make it fail, but not
Yeah.
so, you know.
We don't all have the
Oh,
extra
right
ball
there.
key fob in our pocket. I mean,
Yeah, I saw how many times I had to hit that before it gave me
oh shoot. Yeah, I'm telling you
That
guys,
was hilarious.
if you can, get 4 friends, go out and play pinball
You're in
somewhere.
number 3 slot. See, that's what happened.
I know. I had to switch it up. Number 2 was just not working for me.
Four-person pinball and just hanging out with a group of friends playing pinball is awesome. So even if you're not good, if you don't think you're very, just go out and play.
Yeah.
Go out and play
Pretty
some
good.
pinball.
You just have to enjoy pinball.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, no, but
Go out, have fun, play pinball.
the thing was,
Grab some beer, grab some popcorn.
Glass off hype TNT style.
But no, I know that. No,
There you go. No, I've gotten a couple high scores with the glass off, but I always reset them because I feel bad.
That doesn't really count.
Yeah, when you're testing, right? It's like, oh, you know,
depending on what it is.
shoot the green flashing shots.
Nope, multi-ball.
Yeah, it's actually because I was
Boom.
myself.
She's in multi-ball, people. Heads up. All right, let's go. Let's go.
See if my high score is major.
Let's see. Lindsay's a bonus player, like she said.
So if you're looking for the bonus, you're going to get a lot of the targets. As you're hitting the right enough targets, the Berlina letters, the combos.
Oh no! Give me something back. Something
Everyone
back.
out of the pool?
Ha.
Oh.
I wasn't worried. It was fine.
Never not had it.
It's fine, everybody.
Wait, you need 2 of them back. What? This is great.
Oh yeah, well,
Turn my
there you
key
go.
fob off.
Karma,
I'm saving
karma.
I know, yeah, you gotta stay back for there. Oh, shoot.
Now I hit a ramp. That's useful.
Go for the ramp.
Hey, you got
So is that a
Tyranny
combo
Force,
shot?
Comet
Is that why
Chaser.
it's blinking
So combo
red?
shots are, well, no, that's actually, I think that's the Comet Chasers. You're trying to get that loop. So you got a lot of things blinking because you got 3 modes going on right now. So again, that's also part of the, you know, the fun mode. You know, it's a little bit easier, so it's easier to activate them, but you still have to complete them.
No!
I don't think I made it.
Times 12, the 15. 1, 1, 2. Let's see. 12. Nice.
Oh, nope.
No.
No!
Man, monster score still though. 122. Not bad.
Man,
Well,
have bonus multipliers.
I mean,
Yeah, I was gonna ask because it carries over from
it does
previous
carry
well,
over, and so I'm very torn on that because I have the light bonus and big bonuses.
I do too. It's a consequence if you kill. You lose a lot of points. So I'm a big fan of bonus games.
So, but it does mean you can really rack up a huge score just on bonus.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you still have to hit them. So
Well, yeah, it's not like
giving
it's-
it you free.
well, that it's not exactly easy to keep getting multiplier, you know, bonus multiplied. So.
Yeah, getting it up there is not easy on this game. So
And then you got to get the letters, you got to get the combos, you got to get the dunk things. You know, you got to get the different things to
get the
help the multiplier. So if you have 12 times, you know, 1,000 points.
I think I'm missing a 0 or 2 on my score. Yeah, something like that. I'm missing the 1 in front. That's what
okay.
happened.
You got it in second though, so
Yeah.
look at that.
All right. Well, do we have time for one more game here? It's about
Let's do
it's
it.
about 5 till 5. These guys are getting
Well, I
out of
don't
here.
know. Do you want to do them? Or
No.
You ended on.
That's true.
No, I have to take the win off. So yeah.
Okay, all right.
We'll take the win off. We're gonna do one more game here because they close at 5.
So any more questions about this game? Now is the time to ask them.
Yeah.
We have the folks here who know the answers to them.
We are going to be throwing this up on YouTube, warts and all. I know we dropped some frames, but whatever. It's going to be up there so people can go back and watch it later too. So,
I'll
Let's
go first because I won. So
There you
I'll
go.
let her go.
how much?
Position number 1.
Oh.
The all-important question of
Yeah.
how much.
So, $59.95 is the retail price on this.
$5,995 plus shipping and handling.
That's right.
Extra ball. See, I told
Um,
you this is my strategy is sound on this game.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's how I got my bonus multiplier up.
So
Alright,
we
alright.
wanted to come in at a very aggressive price point, and we wanted to give you a lot of extra features that usually you find more in like a mid or high level, like the premium or pro.
The powder coating, the toys, the everything. I mean, just
Yeah.
everything on this game
The,
is
the full RGB LED playfield.
right.
Well, also I leave this throughout the design.
Well, I mean, yeah, every pinball guy, but not all pinball games. You know, especially some of the lower end ones
Right.
that don't have the full RGB LED. I don't know if people kind of realize that a lot of times you get colored
Some
inserts,
yeah,
and then some RGB LEDs,
but not full. Gotcha.
because it costs more. You know, RGB LEDs cost more money.
Yeah.
So,
And the controller to program it costs more time and money to program.
Yeah.
Extra ball.
Right? Yeah.
and not just the premium powder coating, but the premium powder coating on the hinges and the apron, which
Right.
that's normally not done. So
Yeah.
we wanted to kind of give you a lot of value, not just the 3 toys, but the 3
Oh,
hand painted toys,
Right.
which that takes more time, takes more money, but
Yeah.
it's a nice
Yeah.
little extra.
Who
Go
else?
ahead, Otian.
We're gonna.
Why does he have the 2,000 points?
I also got a request to put up the mic to the game audio for one ball, so we'll do that on ball 3. We'll put the microphone up right by the speaker so you get to really hear it. I got another question. Currently working on a new game.
Are we working on it? Yes.
Can they announce anything?
No.
So yes, they are working. But
So thoughts for number 2, and even what we want to do for number 3. You know, it takes a lot of time to develop these. Now that we have number 1 under our belt, obviously number 2 is going to be a lot quicker. Easier. I'm going to say easier, not easy. Easier than number 1. Still a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of money, but with number 1 under our belt here, production underway. Yeah, number 2 is already being thought about. Number 3. Our goal is to get to 2 titles a year.
okay, very cool.
We're also working actually with a couple companies on private label machines.
Okay.
So it's quite possible. You never know what's going to happen, but it's quite possible machine number 2 may be a private label
Fair enough.
game. So
Let's see. All those companies keeping things hush hush, no fun. I know, right? Well, I mean, they
Makes
went
it more
from.
exciting when they're announced.
That's exactly right. But I tell you what, Suncoast is one company that said, "Here's our prototype, here's our artwork, here's our game," in a fairly quick succession. So, you know, if he says he's working on the next couple games, I believe him. Let's see. What else? Load up games, generators, extension, chords, and beers. There you go. So any plans to feature this game at Storm Area 51 event? This game's theme is on par. I don't know what event that is. So
Must be an area.
yeah, apparently. So we'll have to look into that for you.
So we're working on dealers all over the country. We're working on dealers all over the world. International appeal for this has actually been huge, which is awesome. So we say the CE listing is in the works, but it's going to take, I would assume, at least 3 to 6 months for that to be completed. While it's export.
Normally that's.
We're going to have dealers all over the country. We're going to try to find dealers that are active, that are going to shows, or hosting tournaments, because that's just better for everybody, not just us, but
Well, that's
Right.
the innovation.
all of pinball.
So I was told to tell you, if you want a game and you weren't here before, if you want a game, contact your local distributor, ask him if he's selling these, badger him into contacting these guys to selling them. And if you really can't find somebody, for right now, you can still contact Suncoast, but it's going to change very soon, is my understanding. So find your local dealer and talk to them first.
We really want to support the local dealers. So like I said, they're an integral part of this pinball community.
And then I got a question: what kind of warranty do you have?
So we have a 30-day bumper to bumper is what we're calling it. Warranty, a 6-month mechanical warranty, and a 1-year electronic warranty.
So there you go.
So we try to be at least a little bit, you know, we know what everyone else's is, and we try to be at least on par, if not a little bit better, on that as well. Since we're using tried and true parts from Pinball Life, we're not using cheap knockoffs. We actually have yet to have any
Real problem.
any components, any major component. I mean, you know, little things go wrong with every single pinball, but
Any new features you feel like you would like to highlight?
well, new since when?
I think he just means that may set you apart from like someone else. Like, is there anything on this that
I got you.
you feel?
So you know what? To be honest, we didn't want to do a lot of new things. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time, money, and energy to develop a good pinball machine. Anytime you try to do something that's new, that's not in the marketplace, it just complicates things. It pushes back deadlines. It makes things harder. They're more likely to break down. So our goal with number one was just to put together a solid, fun, great-looking pinball machine.
Anonymous says the shot through the drops to get up their play field is new-ish.
Well,
So,
there you go.
you know,
It's super. That's a cool shot. I will say.
And you know,
I'm a fan.
so
I love this story. I love it.
there are two things on here that I cannot take credit for. Again, I implemented them, but that was actually not me either. That was at Texas Pinball Festival. So a few people were, we'll say, constructively letting us know that they weren't a big fan, that you couldn't, organically get back up into the plate, up into the drop targets. Or I'm sorry, the rollover targets. So you could work your way up there through the pop bumpers, but you couldn't intentionally get back up there. So we had someone come up and say, hey, you got room right behind the 3-bank drop target, and you could put a little gate in there or an access point, and it really shouldn't be that hard to do. And I kind of looked at it. I was like, holy cow, I think you're right.
Maybe.
And so I asked him, so who are you with? I'm thinking, he's a vendor. He's like, oh, I'm just a player. I'm like, are you like a tournament player? Who's through? Is that me?
It's you.
All right. So he's like, no, I'm just a fan. I'm just here having fun. I'm just a player, a pinhead, and that was, I loved it. So we do listen, even if if we tried to do something that everybody wanted, we'd never ever get a pinball machine made.
You made 2 different pinball machines, at least.
So we do listen. So even if your idea is not implemented, we still love getting feedback and ideas.
Right.
Constructive criticism is always welcome. And in this case, it happened to be a great idea. It was a way to add something that we didn't have, and it wasn't a huge challenge to do. So actually, ironically, you notice on our machine here, the prototype machine, we do not have the slits for the rollover switches. Production machines actually have 2 rollover switches, one here and one here.
When it gets back down there.
So if it gets back down there, occasionally, if you hit that just right, and I did earlier today, you can actually hit it up and all the way through. So that's why you have the 2 rollover switches. So there's one up top, so it'll still
Register that.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna put the mic a little closer to the game, I think, and
Yes, take your time. Because
give you
this mode is.
give you guys some. Sorry, no, go ahead. Start playing. So we're gonna put it up a little closer so you can hear a little bit more of the music. I know.
See, no, what I'm saying is though, if I plunge my ball, that's gonna go off because I'm in this mode. So I might just time out this mode. I mean, that seems like a sensible thing to do. Nah, I won't take the easy way out, everyone. That's cool. You came to see someone play pinball, not stand here and wait for a move.
just hit the orbit left or right. You do it with way too much. So if you hit that one, then you'll have to hit the other one.
So you don't actually do the move. Alright, I'll try. Here we go. Oh, wait.
If you hit it just perfectly, I believe you can backhand that orbit, but it's very tricky.
I don't think I do it. Okay, did that count?
Well, you got the wrong one. It actually will.
I gotta do them in the right order.
You gotta do it in the right order.
Oh, I started this other one. Get it! Yes! Alright, I got one. Right?
Not yet, CNK. We will.
Oh, now it's over.
It's all over.
Darn it. Extra ball. Yeah! My strat is sound, everybody.
That'd be hilarious.
Start motion.
Man, she is just rocking it like that, isn't she?
Actually, see? It works! It works! I didn't want this to ever end, everybody.
Right here. That's not supposed to happen. I guess we need to make it not quite so good.
Like really random is like humans. We don't really think it's random. It's like, oh, it did the same thing twice. That can't be random. It's like, I don't know. That can't happen.
No. Thank you, no Bob.
Our mom says, well, that's going to be fixed. And then Uber John says, extra ball stack or cap? Is there currently a cap on there? No, apparently no cap.
Extra balls all day, everybody. Okay, so we played at Suncoast, right?
Yeah. That's a Jimmy Litham question. He is sitting in his living room in Austin, Texas. I guess probably working there.
Oh, keep going. There you go. You're driving all right.
Let's see. Yes. Forgot I got that.
I guess you can buy
Yeah, actually, Jerry Sullivan and Jimmy are friends. Jimmy does a lot of coding work, so he's one of just a few people who does coding work for multiple pinball companies. So he's
I'm dead,
does
darling.
a
I
lot
can't
of
do
coding work
anything.
for multi-markers.
I think I saw him down at. All right, so I'm gonna bring this back over. Hopefully that was enough to hear what you were looking for there, because we got a couple other little questions here. Audits and all the classic stuff for like menu things, I guess. In the back end.
So the back end we're still working on. You do have. She
I am
got
ready.
it. You do have the ability right now as it stands to do some things. So like your ball save timers and your easy mode, hard mode. Oh boy, there's a few of them in there, but there'll be more coming.
So a lot of it's in, more of it's coming.
Yep. Okay. And obviously you can go into.
I broke it.
You broke the screen.
disconnected it. All
It
right.
just doesn't want me showing show me destroying your score.
You won't be able to see your score either.
The suspense is killing me.
Raspberry Pi. Yeah, it is actually a Raspberry Pi.
It is. So it's the P3 and Raspberry Pi. The Raspberry Pi runs the.
I don't know. If I drain, will
video.
it come back?
I don't know. I think a cable might have got disconnected. Let's see. Does
Darina's still working.
does Tilt tell you the lost bonus? People love that feature apparently.
Yes. Tilt, you lose your bonus.
Well, does it tell you how much you lost though?
Oh.
Okay, let's see if it comes back.
I don't know.
It did. There you go.
Oh, so that was.
So let's see where it was.
There's your actual shoot.
No, close.
Oh wait.
Oh, but now is that lit again? Oh, okay, all right.
Oh,
I'm
that's
fine with that.
malarkey
I'm
right
fine with
there.
that.
Code fix. Get Jimmy on the phone right now.
Tell him to get in.
2 extra balls, 2 multi-ball chances. This is just ridiculous. So that would have been actually a code problem. The video went out.
Yeah, I guess so. Hey, look
Boy,
at that.
Jimmy's gonna be busy.
You're glad you invited Lindsay now, aren't you? She's good at this stuff, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm real good at finding it. Okay. I lost my shot though. All right, it's fine. Oh no, it went away. Did he?
Oh, we got some biddies.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the bids.
That shot was for you.
Oh.
And for me, because I want this.
WTR pin, thank you so much. Yes, we really do appreciate Suncoast letting us come down and make an excuse to come down to Florida here and see the beaches and come in and hang out and play some pinball.
I am ready. Thank you.
You might be in a little bit of trouble here. I think your score is going to be no more. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, seriously, everyone, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for tuning in today. We're not done yet because clearly Lindsay is just going to town here. So, but yeah, we really do appreciate it. So.
Those are fine because we want. Get it. That.
14x bonus.
Shoot the ramp. Come on, just tell me what to
I
do.
know, I'm trying. I'm just not getting it.
Oh, not quite.
There we go. There's one.
15x bonus with a million jackpot.
Okay.
Sorry, we'd be talking more, but we're just in awe of what's happening right now.
Even if there is more than 1 ball on the screen, we'll kick it out.
Oh, Al says, how long are you guys here for? The Alcade is open, or I can meet you guys at a place to play one day.
Oh.
We're actually leaving tomorrow morning. Unfortunately, I have a family reunion. I'm heading up to Tennessee here after this.
You're just heading up?
Sorry.
I'm not going with you?
We're heading up to
I'm
Tennessee.
sitting here, y'all. I'm living all day.
I always do
Careful,
that.
we'll push you to work.
Yeah,
That's
right?
okay. Put me in, coach.
Sorry, we are heading up to Tennessee.
All right, I have a question.
Okay?
What are these? I just now noticed them, but the numbers on the play field, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So you know we got into a little bit of the coder, but we didn't really go into the backstory. So it's the Cosmic Carnival. So you got the ringleader and the Cosmic Clown fighting for control in the carnival. So each of them have 5 modes. When you complete all the modes for one of the characters, they win control. We'll put it into like a mini wizard mode. If you complete all 10 of the tasks, you'll go into full-blown wizard mode. And what? And then it'll reset the carnival. And then you can start all over again.
Get it.
Although
There.
that's that's a bit of a crazy, especially on this one. Like I said, it's a tough, fast pin. It'll beat you up, and if you can make it to wizard mode, man, I want to hear from you.
Nice.
I want to see that video.
Heck yeah.
That's awesome.
Shoot the ram.
Hey, there, Rita.
Ah, close.
Too early.
You completed 2 modes. You got 3 others going. There it is.
Now, if you get that ram combo one more time.
Oh, You get 15x bonus though.
Anything over 70 million, and I'm.
Oh my gosh!
What is 29? I tried.
Back-to-back monster scores
Who is
from
this? I don't know who's
Lindsay.
playing.
I think it was one of you two.
Oh, it might have
Yeah.
been. Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Aaron's stepping in for Ultron. He'll end up with a better score now.
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh my goodness. GG says Anonymous.
Thanks, Anonymous. I tried.
Yeah.
But you know, I feel real bad. They've been so nice to us. I can't come in. You know, I can't.
Oh man. Too much fun. Too much fun. I'm see if I missed any. I don't think I missed any questions, but
That was so exciting. It broke the screen.
great ballin', says Obi-John Kenobi. With a little picture of Bob Ross.
My strat worked. Just get extra balls and bonus all day.
Yeah, there you go.
My strat.
There you go. I don't think that some of that's going to be around for too much longer. So you made hay while the sun shines.
Hey,
We got it on video. So
Right.
You done it.
You always have it. You always
Some of
have
that's
that.
extra ball stacking and multiple multi-balls.
Yeah.
It's going to be changing.
It's all right. No, this is
Well, that's what you gotta do though, because I mean, like, what was it in Guardians? They changed the code for Guardians because people would just go for Groot all day because that's where you get the points. So then they changed it so you couldn't do that. So it's
Well, and everybody does code updates. I mean,
right.
you know.
Yeah.
it's hard to know how a game's gonna play until a lot of people play it.
Yeah. And I mean that's why but the beauty is you can. You have that ability to go in and fix those type of things, right?
And software updates and bugs and things like that. I
Right.
mean, that's not just unique to pinball. It's any software.
Right. I can't. Lindsay was playing so long. I can't remember if I was player 3 or player 4.
Anybody remember who's 3 or who's 4?
Was it John or Kevin?
Yeah. Who's player 3 and who's player 4? New Game of Thrones code looks okay.
Oh yeah, I heard
Yeah, I
about the
heard
new Game
about
of
that.
Thrones code. I don't know the Game of Thrones well enough. So.
Goran 1818. Al says no idea. So nobody else remembers either. Yeah, you go ahead.
I got. You know what? 4's got the higher score, so I'm gonna go 3.
Then it was probably
We need the
you.
handicap.
That was player 4. Goran 1818 says props Suncoast for getting this out into the world. Absolutely. And he says it's a beautiful game. So yes, we agree. Lindsay and I have been in.
Oh, before we end the stream, I really do want to show off the.
Yeah, we're gonna do a.
Okay.
Al yelled at us. Not yelled. He
you,
reminded
Al.
us.
Keep
Al
us honest.
reminded us to do that. So.
Let us forget to do something we said we were going to do.
never do that. We never ever do
What was that?
We wanted
gonna
to
take
show
the
off
camera off and just
the-
show around the game.
Okay.
Yeah, just do a quick hit. Like,
So last week, I think our average time out of here, well, for a few of us, was 11 p.m. So,
woo!
yeah.
But we won't keep you that long.
Yeah. So as long as I'm out of here before midnight, my wife will be very happy.
Excellent.
There you go. Free multi-ball?
We gotta hit one more time.
Sorry, kitty multi-ball?
Oh, Baywatch does that too, everybody. Baywatch. If it's not set on tournament mode, well, if it's set on tournament mode, it just makes it harder. But
That's
I'm
the
sorry,
holdover Sega data East stuff.
yeah,
Alright, so that's the game, but let's pull off the player cam, I guess.
sure.
And,
Better luck next time.
alright, so we're going to flip this around. So here's more of a player view, I guess, of the playfield there. You can kind of see what you would, we'll kind of sweep up here. And then over there, we got the drop targets. You can kind of see them underneath.
Plus the glare of our beautiful light.
Yeah, well, and then that leads you back down to the shooter lane. And then
And remember prototype mode. So we have like stickers on all these targets, and
right.
we got more graphics that you're not seeing right now.
So there's the entire back box there.
A few other extra lights also.
Goran says those clown eyes. And this was actually these were particularly painted by Dirty Donnie, right?
Donnie hand painted these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Donnie painted that, and he painted. Well, look at him.
Looks nice. I played the early proto at Free Play Florida.
So then, and
Oh
then
wow!
here
So
is.
you played it early. So it's not quite recognizable from there, but thank you. So that was very early.
Kevin's
Yeah.
doing something weird.
There we go. So there's the side there, and then there's Drelina. I think they're over on the side if you can see her.
Done something.
But yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of, and then here's the front with the that really purple. Kind of lighting is a little weird, but that's all right.
So Loose Flip said it's possible to send a Cosmic Carnival shirt to Germany? Question mark.
Man, international shipping.
Well, we're planning to start selling.
We've
here,
got
so-
multiple deals in Germany. We do deal with Mirko, so for the playfields, he is in Germany. So this does have a little bit of Germany in it already.
Yeah, there you go. I think he just wants a T-shirt.
Well, good.
So there you go.
Anonymous says nice playfield.
So there you go.
Quality.
Thank you.
So there it is. All right, guys. Well,
Now, I will say this particular one, unfortunately, was not. This was done in-house. But as nice as that playfield looks,
The other one's
Looks
better.
even
the
better.
Mirko ones are even. I mean, he's outstanding. He
You
does a great
showed
job.
the up there, right?
I did.
Okay.
So
I wasn't.
hopefully
paying
that's enough of a
attention.
walk around. I know it's not. Maybe we even try and record something and show that off too. So. Anyway, I want
Yeah.
to say thank you so much
Yeah.
for having us
Thank
out.
you
coming out,
to
guys.
everybody
I
here.
mean,
Thank
absolutely.
you. Thank you.
Thank you guys for showing off the
Yes,
game.
Thank you very much.
Woo!
Yeah.
Thank you for all your hard work.
Yeah.
I mean,
Good
this
job.
is
Good job, guys.
it's a labor of love and it shows. This is a fun pinball machine, and
Yeah, we've been having a. You could tell we were having fun. I hope because
yeah,
all of us.
just smiles the
When you
whole
didn't want to
time.
stop. When you don't want to stop.
Right.
You are having
Hey, it's
fun,
only
so-
been 2 hours.
Right.
Come on, man. Told you I just have to be home before midnight.
Yeah.
That's my curfew.
Fair enough. I mean, we may hang out play a little bit longer, but we're gonna go ahead and shut it down here. So, big thanks to everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks for
And
tuning in.
thanks for tuning in. And the people at Suncoast are great. So if you have any more questions about the game, I would say contact them, ask them about it. If you want one of these, talk to your local dealer, or contact Suncoast. They'll hook you up.
Point you in the
So,
right direction.
That's right.
Check out our website,
Absolutely.
suncoastpinball.com.
SuncoastPinball.com. I think that's how we contacted them.
That's
So
correct, yeah.
Yep.
so yeah.
Anyway,
And as always,
we're gonna send it out.
play more pinball
Yeah.
in Cosmic Carnival specifically.